don't get all bougie on me now.
Yeah, it does throw a little different taste in your mouth, you know? That's still
the blunt.
Yeah, blunt.
That's one thing that Mr. Ralph used to always talk about when we would smoke blunts in the house. He was like, it ruins the taste of the weed. You only smoke white boys that can taste the marijuana. You want to taste that.
It's funny because when I was looking up, like I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna start getting into the white boys, I gotta see, you know, which ones I want to roll and shit.
Yeah.
So I was looking up like the reviews on a couple of different ones.
Right.
And it's funny because like all the Juicy J reviews, it's like if you have shit weed, these are the rolls you want.
Yeah.
Because the flavor is gonna overpower the flavor of your weed.
Yeah, I've had those things. Those things they're pretty good tasting, but specifically the ones I fucked with are the pineapple ones. They were good. They weren't too strong. That's why I like those. Like you had a little hint of pineapple, more like a pina colada type deal. It was good, a nice mixture.
I gotcha.
But
I'm just using that flavor.
They had watermelon ones that I tried because they're like $1.50 a pack for like 50 papers. So it's like, and they also only come majority of them.
It's not that good of a deal.
A majority
it is
of them,
a good deal, but it's not that good.
Majority of them only. But I mean, it's like $1.50. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll try them. You know, I don't feel bad about trying them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. I'm not saying, oh, super cheap papers.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad about
I'm just
not
specifically
using
saying
them,
that because I always thought you got a better deal, in my personal opinion. But when apparently, like with Easy Riders, there's only 24 leaves in here, you know, and I'm paying $2.50. So if I double up a leaf on each white boy, then
these also weren't wides though. They were just regular papers. They weren't wides. So it's
right, these are $1.50. I definitely like the $1.50. The $1.25 is a little thin.
Yeah. Like I said,
$1.50 with a double paper.
Like I said, these were 50 papers, you know, so not bad. But again, I don't feel bad about not using.
What I'm saying is, are you sure it was 50 papers?
Yeah,
because that would be a good ass deal. $1.50 for 50 Juicy J papers.
Right, maybe a little more here.
It's $2.50 for 24 of these.
The one cooler, but those are also wides, you know.
Yeah, but Juicy J should be up there.
But what I was mainly getting to was like when I got the watermelon papers, they were red with watermelon seeds on them. So I really fucked with those.
Yeah, that's the ones. That's the only ones I ever smoked.
But they tasted. They're pretty strong though. You know, flavor wise. You know.
For me, I don't like none of the flavor. I don't like flavor. I'm the same way like with everything. I like alcohol. I don't like flavor neither.
Yeah,
I just like
I feel you.
Straight up.
They were a fun experiment. I mean, for the most part, what I used was just the long raw papers, just the long ones. Double wide.
That's the clear ones, though, right?
No, they were raw.
Because you were saying you like the clear ones, I remember.
The clear ones, but
I hate the clear ones.
But those are also more expensive than just the raw papers. The raw papers are the ones that are the brown papers. They're unbleached.
Oh, right. They're not see-through, right?
Yeah. So, the see-through ones, they were more expensive. They were almost double than what the raws would normally be. And I would just get those, the longs, double wide, get a little pack of the cone things, not the cone things, but the filter tips. I fuck with those.
Those are definitely nice, but you don't need them.
No, hell no, you definitely don't.
You don't need them.
For me, it was more of like an added luxury. I liked them. If I was gonna make, for me, like when I was attempting to because it was a solid month or two where I spoke nothing about papers. I switched off them for a little bit, so I was like, it was like my luxury. Where
then
I was
you just came back.
Yeah, just eventually came back to blunts. It just like, I don't know, just for me, the paper is like, I mean, come on. The blunt just smacks different. You know what I mean?
It does, but I tell you what, now that I am smoking those, like, it's easier to smoke those than I thought that it would be. You know what I mean? Like, it does have a good pull to it. Like, it's not horrible. I hope I shared the right one on there.
Yeah. Why do you think I said the wrong one?
No, I said me.
Oh, no, yeah, there's already one share on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Thanks, everybody, for been watching. Appreciate the likes.
We love
shares,
you. We love
everything.
All.
It's very nice. We'd love to get some more people in here eventually. Just we realize that a lot of people are not talkers. We've had some great guests on here. We really have. We've had some people that really talked and really gave it out. But we would like to expand on that.
Yeah, I don't think
it's hard to find people like that. And
of course, like, I'm also learning. Well, I mean, I'm 26 in, so I mean, like, I've learned that there's a special kind of talking to be had for like a podcaster, where it's like you have to kind of like elaborate more on things than you would in like kind of a casual conversation. You know what I mean? Like, and we also expect that from people when we poke and prod, and people aren't like, well, I haven't thought about that, and they don't want to be like dumb or,
right.
or say something really ignorant.
What we
you know?
said last time, that's how we got into that argument, right?
Exactly,
That's
you know?
but we dealt with it. But we're like,
Exactly.
oh, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
you know?
right. And you see, even I got a little defensive.
Yeah.
You know, even I
It
did.
happens, it happens,
you
you
know?
know?
Even I did. You know?
But some people also aren't like that, where it's like, well, hold up. I think you're, and like some people won't get defensive or won't feel so strongly about arguing or debating the topic to where they don't get defensive,
Yeah.
Where it's like, now I'm gonna hold my ground. I'm gonna hold my fucking ground.
It's so weird. Like those same people, I'm telling you, translating everything. Like people have laughed at me for the analogy. But like I've always felt like you can tell a lot by how people play sports, bro. I've always felt like that since I was a kid. Like when you see somebody play a sport that they're interested in, right? Not that like Mike T plays basketball with everyone or something like that.
Mike T balls hard. I bought with him a couple of times.
In football, he did okay. But this is a general just interest in basketball. But you can tell a lot just by not saying that person has to go out there and like play that type of 120% hustle. But like you can see if someone cares,
right?
And that translates into everything else. Where like, somebody on the court, somebody blows past them 3 times, they feel the same way about it the 4th time,
right?
Where certain people are gonna go, okay, now I'm getting embarrassed. There's people that go, I don't want to give up 1 point, which is people that go, I'll argue, I'll debate anything I believe in, right? And then there's people that go, I'll give up a couple, but then I'm going to play you serious, which is people who are like, well, if you come at me, I'll debate it, but really I try and stay out of shit.
Yeah.
And then there's people that you blow by 4 times and they say, here's the 5th time. And that's the person that'll just have personal beliefs and not even debate it. Not even tell you they think something different.
That, and, some people are like, well, I'm not that informed, or like, I don't think about things like that, or I don't necessarily worry about things like that. Like, I mean, there are people out there who are just like, Catholic sex scandals, I don't care. It's not my life. Trump said this or that. No, I don't care. It's not my life. I'm living here in this lane. And that's kind of like all they're worried about. Like I've met people who are just like, yeah, I don't care about politics because, I just don't care. I stay in my lane, move, within my lane.
Right. But even a lot of times on those people, I feel like they're already misinformed, right? Because like they don't even know. Like I've seen a lot of people that were, sharing the Amazon, the rainforest issue, and they're on there and they're like, I care, but what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't understand the issue. You haven't looked into the issue then, because you can literally have direct correlate your actions and the citizens' actions to stopping wildfires there.
Yeah. One thing that got me about a lot of that, the recent storm, was like everyone was sharing the picture of the tweet where someone was like, like, no one's talking about it. The Amazon's been burning for weeks. Why does no one care? Why is no one talking about it? The news isn't even reporting on it. Like, I think when people like share those types of things, like they're like, and it's not necessarily everyone, but I think they're always like, oh, look at what I know,
right?
And it's not being reported on,
right?
Well,
on that issue, right? I gotta say something on that though, because I shared that when I first seen it, right? Well, what I did is I seen that and I was like, I did not know that, so I went on Google. Yeah. And I looked it up for myself. Yeah, and I learned about what the issues were, why it was happening, how long.
Same thing. I looked at the same thing, I
got to the bottom of that, and then I go, oh, we do have an issue that no one is bringing attention to, right?
Right.
And you didn't hear any presidential remarks or anything like that.
And now you did.
It got on social media.
Exactly.
So that just shows you that social media can have a very good influence on things.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not.
Now, I seen another one, right, that goes, no one even knows that this morning, Mexico sent 5 Alpha planes holding 50,000 gallons of water to the Amazon. # Save Brazil. # Thank you, Mexico.
Yeah.
I do the same exact thing. Go to Google. Look that up. There's nothing there.
Exactly.
That thing has multiple shares.
Exactly.
There's no proof of it. Just a picture of a random plane that's not even Mexico's colors. It's literally like orange and yellow.
Yeah, it's just dropping water. It's just an action shot.
I'm like, well, that would be a Mexican plane.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, yeah, like that one, like the one about the Amazon, turned out to be, a great one, But like we've all seen those fake ones that always ends with, but no one's talking about it though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And again, like I think people don't share it because they're like, oh, people should know about the Amazon rainforest. I think they share it because they're like, oh, look at what I know that even the news isn't reporting on.
And I'd 1000% agree with that, because what I see is exactly what you just said, right? Because you have these people. This is my personal experience because this is what I look out for.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that I try and be informative about. It's when the church sex scandals, when the priest get booked, when anyone related comes to light that they were sexually molesting children, you don't see these people sharing that article.
Exactly.
Right?
Bro, exactly.
But then there will be that meme of like a tweet of someone that's like, this week we just recognized that there was a child pedophile being ran by the elites, but instead you're focused on the Kardashians or, you know, whatever happened that week, you know, and something like that. Like that person will share that.
Yeah.
They want to be the one that like knows this secret info. But when it comes to light, like, oh, that person at a church two blocks down from you, you didn't share that article about that guy though.
No.
But you shared an article about how you know some secret info.
And on that, you know, especially with the fake ones, people shared those and it's like, well, you didn't even look it up. You kind of just took this notion. It's like that's a huge problem that we have in today's society where people are so ready to share information, accept things as fact without ever doing any of their own like digging, you know?
Yeah, because like with that Mexico thing, you're like, what do you just want to praise Mexico on some shit, bro? Like you have an alternative motive at that point.
Exactly.
Like you're just trying to praise Mexico on some shit here. You gotta at least look that up, bro. You can't just assume.
Yeah, and you know, like the one about the Amazon turned out to be a great thing, you know, because people started reporting on it. People started covering, presidents started coming out saying shit. And then now you even see shit where like, you know, France and Ireland are like, look, we're going to block these trade deals.
Which is awesome.
Unless you do some shit about this, you know?
And you see that he fired the head of his EPA, basically. Not his EPA, his Brazilian EPA. He fired.
Yeah.
Who told him that the fires were 88% more than they were last August.
Yeah.
Did you see the calls for it? Did you see?
I saw them. I think it was like 80% of it is like calls from like the cattle farming, like all like or 80% of the deforestation going on today, not the fire, but the 80% of the deforestation going on in the Amazon rainforest is being used for cattle farming. That's what it was, right?
No, it's the fires. These fires directly correlate to that same exact thing.
Yeah, they correlate. Yeah, but the
cattle ranchers are setting the fires.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. But what the article was saying was that that's what's causing like a lot of the fires. But like the 80% of the actual deforestation going on throughout the Amazon is being used for that land. You know, it's the cattle are grazing all over that shit.
For the cattle.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly,
I got 80% of that.
Yeah.
So basically, he's opening up. Like, you know, they call him like the Brazilian Trump. So they call that.
Yeah,
guy.
exactly. Yeah.
And apparently he's opening up like the sale of limited, you know, less restrictions on selling meat and exporting meat. So they're all just trying to get more land.
Yeah, that and like from what I understand is like they've been, you know, allowing, you know, within this guy's presidential term, they've been allowing more and more mines to be used in the Amazon. They're not respecting like, you know, tribal lands within the Amazon now. Like shit like that's been going on apparently for years now. And that's why these fires are just getting worse and worse. And
you see those videos. There's videos of like tribes coming forward, and like there's one of like a woman crying. Yeah,
there's one where she's in like in the actual like parliament or whatever it is in Brazil. She's banging on the table and she's just it gave me chills because she was just there. She's like, you keep imposing this, whatever the one is, you know, it's like you keep coming for our land. We will die on this land. Our culture, like you're killing our culture. This is where our culture was born and will die. And I'm just like, damn,
wow,
exactly, you know. And I'm just like, God, I'm getting chills listening to this tribeswoman. It's powerful shit. I was just like, damn, this is where our culture was born, and this is where it will die.
Like we're not leaving.
Exactly.
You don't understand that. Like there's no we're eventually gonna give in. Like this is where we're gonna die at.
Exactly.
We got no problem with that.
Right.
We don't want to.
We're not gonna give it up.
We're not gonna leave.
We're not gonna give it up. We're just gonna die. You know, we're gonna die. Done. It's our land, or you gotta kill us.
It's the worst, right? Civ style. It's like I need those resources.
You have a lot of spices over there.
Come
You
on.
got that iron. You got uranium.
I'm gonna get 57 gold for clearing this barbarian encampment.
They got uranium, bro. You got missiles coming. Oh man,
it's sad. It's sad. How would you feel about if you were a president? Like, how would you deal with that?
I mean, I'm gonna 100% respect tribal lands. I mean,
But
you
even
know,
like Brazil doesn't have a lot of tribal land. You're like, God damn, guys, we're trying to make something work here.
That and I'm also not familiar with Brazil's like the GDP, how their economy is currently looking.
Yeah, me neither.
So I mean, it's like when you have economic pressure on your back, but also pressure to respect the lands, but then people want to buy these lands, and you could use that to grow your economy.
They basically said he turned that until his number one cash cow. Like that's how he's trying to change the country.
Yeah.
Which is, Amazon apparently produces 20% of the Earth's oxygen.
Yeah.
And if you keep taking that away, that'll turn into a desert.
Yeah.
Which then
will collapse.
And which then will emit carbon.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The world's crazy, dog.
And from what they're saying is like you don't have to destroy the whole Amazon, but you destroy enough of it and the whole Amazon will collapse. Like, it'll be unsustainable at the rate at which it's currently being, used. Crazy, and eventually the whole thing will just we won't even be able to get to use all that wood because the environment's just going to collapse and there'll be a desert, like you said.
It's like I just want to get there and see it because I'm scared. But if the Amazon dies, we die. That's what I'd imagine.
Yeah,
I don't think that we can take 20% less oxygen in the universe.
That what you're going to see is a surge of migrants because the land will be even be completely unusable at that moment. You won't be able to turn any type of money out of it.
This is true.
So I imagine what you'll see is just massive population shifts up to the north towards areas that are profitable, still have green lands and whatnot. So I don't know, man. It's like no one's ready to deal with it. And then when that time comes, no one's gonna want to deal with that, and it's just people just not gonna keep not dealing with shit.
We always think we can fix it. That's really the fucking the fall of us.
That and then you don't want to ever support the consequences of the backlash of whatever those actions are. You know what I mean? So
I just feel like they're always like, "Look, fix it." I mean, whatever it is. Ever since we started shooting rockets and shit, I was like, well, no need to worry about anything.
Exactly.
So we can fix it.
Exactly. It's like we'll steal some land. So fix it. Yeah,
we got what'd you say? Carbon? We'll suck it out the air. What?
We can just stop.
This is sounding crazy. Now we're good. So you said it's gonna cost less money to suck the carbon out the air.
That's what Bernie Sanders came out with his green plan, the green plan that, they've attached $16 trillion to it, which I think is pretty fucking unfathomable, but I don't know. Did it have a time span that was over? I'm not sure.
The Green New Deal? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, Bernie proposed his, what he put out there was, from what I understand, a full drafted thing, and like I said, they have the price of $16.1 trillion on it. I haven't gone over it too crazy. I thought you might have, but damn.
I didn't even hear about that.
He came.
I thought that Bernie was back in the Green New Deal.
Yeah. So let me look this up and clarify. Because he came out. Let's see.
The only thing that I learned about him recently was that just how he was including dental and vision and hearing aids inside of his medical insurance, and that over a 4-year period, it was supposed to go from 65 to 55 to 45 to 35.
Yeah, Senator Bernie Sanders on Thursday released a $16.3 trillion blueprint to fight climate change. So
fuck Bernie.
It might be he might be spearheading it, using that for his campaign,
But he always says, every idea of ours we pay for it.
Eliminate fossil fuels by 2050. But the one thing that I saw in this plan was he in the plan he offers fossil fuel workers, and what the plan specifically said was fossil fuel workers that have helped build this nation, helped build it, we're going to offer 5-year unemployment insurance until you're able to be, outfitted and retrained into these new jobs and whatnot. So I mean, that's one thing that they said, and everyone was like, "Oh, how are you gonna do this?" And
right. And to us, it sounds stupid too, because you're just like, that sounds insane.
Yeah.
But really,
just putting them.
But really, what are you gonna do, Steve?
Exactly.
Really, what are you gonna do? Because if we really don't have the time, like we don't really know what the time is. You always say they're like, we got 1,000 years, we got 100 years, we got 10 years. Like they switch it around every single fucking day.
Yeah.
If it really is like to the point where like we're gonna start really seeing deaths, like dumb amount of deaths before we die, then we do need to counteract it to that degree. It does need to be completely overhauled. Well, that's not cheap.
Well, so that
simple as that.
That and what a lot of people will say is like, well, I don't think climate change is real. What I say to that is, well, then let's say that in the future, that's not even the issue. We have no problems in the future. We just went and switched to clean energy. We stopped polluting our skies. You know what I mean? Like that's still a fucking huge plus.
Yeah.
Don't care, climate change or not.
Right.
Why would you not want to eliminate this type of pollution? In
Why
the
do you
air?
want to live in smog?
Exactly. Why? Like let's say climate change doesn't happen. So you just want to live on a smoggy ass planet? Like, what the
did you see that town? I forget which country it is. The town that was next to the rainforest, though. It's not Brazil. It's
Sao Paulo.
Yeah, and you seen the clouds?
Yeah,
literally black clouds from so much smoke.
I'm pretty sure like huge blazes like that cause thunderstorms, or I believe because since it's burning, like all the moisture's leaving whatever it's burning and shit. So.
Wow, that would be crazy. And it goes up in the atmosphere and it gets sucked into a cloud.
Plus all the extra heat that's generating. It's just going to heat up that moisture quicker and cause these thunderstorms, whatnot.
It's so weird how it's just like so perfect.
What, the fires? Or
no, like just the process of Earth, there's literally clouds up there, whatever that is, grabbing. Like you can say science, right? You can say science, right? We can break shit down, but like there's just things up there that are grabbing molecules to give us life. Like just. There's your God, a cloud.
100%. And
without a cloud, we die.
I always think, I'm just like, there's water falling from the sky.
Bro, just think about this. How slept on are clouds?
Exactly.
Seriously, dog. You want to talk about what God should be? It's a damn cloud. If we don't got clouds, we don't got water.
Well, I mean, that's what they say. The heavens are, above the clouds. They're in the clouds, so. It's
the clouds, bro. I've really never thought about it like this, but you want to talk about saving the planet? Like we need to make sure these clouds are good. That's all we got. We just got these little fucking water catchers that just feed us. They just sprinkle us like a fucking plant. It's like a plant, dog. Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel plant water, bro?
Well, yeah. So I mean, it's bro. It's just,
that's crazy.
It rains.
Trip talk.
It literally rains. And then it evaporates and goes back up into the sky until it builds up enough, and then it rains again. It just keeps coming.
I was saying that
water falls from the fucking sky.
Jupiter or Saturn, one of them. They had a moon that's just all water.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. I think it's not Titan. I don't think.
No, it's not Titan. Titan's a gas one. I believe
it's like the U.
Titan's got.
It's the E one.
Titan's got. Whatever. I believe Titan's the one that got more volcanoes than Earth.
Oh yeah,
they got volcanoes. Yeah, but
it's the one ice one is all water. But not all water, but
it shoots something else. Their volcanoes shoot something else. I forget. I was just reading this in that book I bought, and it has volcanoes, and it shoots up. Oh, it creates snowflakes. That's what it is. Their volcanoes create snowflakes,
or just shoots.
Somehow it shoots up.
It's so cold.
It shoots up into the atmosphere and it creates snowflakes.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is it's the one that's covered in ice, and there's water geysers apparently on there, where either superheated water shoots up through the ice
and it
comes
snows.
out, and then since it's so cold out there, it just immediately turns in and it's fucking freezes.
I'm thinking of anything lives anywhere in this fucking universe, not universe, but in this galaxy.
Yeah, bro.
You would think somewhere there, right?
Yeah.
There's another thing I learned that was weird is Mercury, right, which is the first planet, right? Am I getting confused?
Yeah,
Mercury's
Venus,
first.
Yeah.
Venus 2, Earth 3.
Yeah, Mars.
Venus is hotter than fucking Mercury. because Venus is a gas, not a gas planet, but it has
Is
more.
Venus-
It has more gases on it, so therefore it
superheated
heats up higher
Yeah.
than Mercury does, which is
That's
just
interesting.
weird.
That's interesting though.
Because the
Very interesting.
gap is about 28 billion light years.
Yeah,
So, or 20. I don't want to say billion. It might be million.
it might be a million miles
might-
or something.
It might be. It's 20. It was like 28 million or billion light years.
I think it's light years because I mean, like, no, yeah, it's only definitely just miles.
I have to grab that book though. But
If
it's
it's just miles,
and
it
the
can't be
book-
light years.
in the book it talks light years, yo. I'm pretty
Huh.
sure. But it's not that far of a gap between Mercury and Venus for it to be that much of an increase. Like, I want to say it was like 50 miles tops.
Yeah, or so. Let's see. I'm trying to. Yes, it's only close. So yeah, 36 million miles. So yeah, it's about a 30 million mile difference. So it's just miles, not light years.
I got you. So how far is a light year? Is it 1 year?
That's a light year is how fast.
Because it's crazy when you
the
look
speed
at,
of light.
'cause it tells you the time.
Hold up.
like in that book, it tells you the time it takes to get to places. Yo, it's really not crazy. Like, we can get to a lot of planets in under 8 years.
Yeah, it's the unit of this. It says astronomical distance equivalent to the distance that light travels in 1 year.
Doesn't help us. Because like we need
Well, it's the speed of light, So I mean, it's just like how fast that light goes. I mean, like
That's so
there's really,
weird, right?
there's really like no number for it. It's like, so it's saying nearly 6 trillion miles is one light year. 6 trillion miles. That's where. Yeah, I found it. There we go. 6 trillion miles is a fucking light year.
Whoa, bro. And then you're traveling at
It's so weird because 6 trillion miles is so unfathomable.
But just think about it, you're traveling at light year speed.
You got at light speed.
So now you're going 600 trillion miles an hour?
No, that's not how it equates to. No.
When you travel a light year. Well, that's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
If you're traveling a light year, like how fast are you going? That's the thing. If you're traveling a light year, if that makes sense. So it don't even make sense. Say if you had light year speed, that's how you got to look it up. You're like, if you had light year speed, how fast would you be going? That's what we want to know, people. That's so funny. Oh, shit. But we can go to a lot of these planets, man.
The speed of light is equivalent to 670,616,629 miles per hour.
Rounded up, 600
rounded up, 671 million miles per hour. 671 million miles per hour.
At that point, are you know what I mean? Like, at that point, you're actually not.
Everyone's dead back on Earth.
At that point, right? I mean, I don't know science, but I'm trying. At that point, if you're traveling that fast, are you even going miles per hour? Because you're kind of.
Well,
aren't you warping time?
Equivalency. It's the equivalency,
right?
I think because
so let's say you hit that.
That gives it a more fathomable number rather than just saying the speed of light.
So I'm saying, like, once you hit that speed, like say you had to like get up to it, right? Then once you hit that speed, you go. At that point, it's kind of like you see it in movies, right? Where like they build
dead on Earth once you travel,
right? But you see how they do it in like movies, which I know ain't the best scene, but like a lot of times, like they go for it, right? And it's like building up, and then it just shoots, right?
Yeah,
and it's like light year speed, basically, right? Like if you hit that, like technically, are you even traveling miles per hour anymore, or are you jumping time?
Well, I think you're just traveling.
But the thing is,
speed. It's so fast.
But the thing is, it's 100% fact that if you go 10 light years, you would be 10 years back, right?
I want to say I don't know if it'd be 10 years back.
No, there's a certain amount. I know this is 100% fact. I don't know if that's exactly the year because I was just learning about we detected these two large supermassive black holes, right? And they're 815 billion light years away.
Right.
So the math didn't correlate to 815 billion years. I know that. It was like 81.5 million years, or something like that. What it would have been for us. So we're kind of seeing it that late, basically.
Yeah.
So we were wondering what would happen.
That's how expansive the fucking universe is, though, is that shit can be traveling for so long and not ever reach us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the image of us being able to detect that is traveling, and it's so expansive that...
A wave.
Exactly. It's so expansive that we can literally view it in, like, this amount of time rather than, like, being able to see it, like, as you flick on a light switch on and off, you know?
So
like,
crazy.
It's just so far away.
Right.
That's, like... It just takes so
and
it's
like
again, it's just unfathomable to wrap my brain around.
It's like it sent down a little piece of it across the entire universe. It just takes longer to get places. That's literally what it sounds like. It's like,
oh my god,
it's like we're literally all doing.
I just want to rip my fucking face off because it's like, what does that mean? You detected the gravitational waves?
Well, there's radio waves in space, right? So that 100% proves that like music is universal. You can't argue that.
Radio waves aren't equated to being music,
but a sound is music, right? And
it's a frequency, is what it is. The radio wave is a frequency. It's not that can carry sound.
It's radioactive. It's radioactive. So when you detect it, you know how they detect radiation? That's a frequency they're detecting.
A frequency. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Okay. So then sound is on that frequency.
You can would then be music. That frequency, but not sound is music.
Any sound's music. Any sound is music. Anything is music.
Sound isn't music. Music's made of sounds, but sound is not.
Any sound is music.
That's more of like that's a perspective thing. That's not. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you're trying to say right there. You know?
I feel like any sound is music. Your words are music. You know what I mean? Like that.
I get you. I get what you're saying, but I'm just like
it's like anything is music.
No, you're turning sounds into music. It's not. You know, I see what you're saying.
I guess because you're just classifying music as like I hear something and I repeat the lyrics to it or something like that.
No, not at all. Not at all. What music would be repetitive. You know,
the air blowing is music.
Yes. Again, that's something I guess we can't sit and argue back and forth.
It's a note. It's a note, bro. Every sound you ever heard was a note.
No.
On a universal piano, baby.
Yeah, I see where we're going with this.
But listen, this is the crazy thing about those black holes, right? Is that they're so super massive that they believe when they collide, of course they already have, we don't know what happened. But when they collide, they believe that they can't even absorb each other. They're so mass that they just cancel out. And there's like this thing they call like a pixogram or some shit like that, which is like the brief moment before something cancels itself out, right? Where two masses meet, basically. There's like this certain little tiny, like not even a second, but like smaller than that, of like just like it's like called like a pixogram or something like that. And they believe like in that span, those two supermassive black holes would just cancel themselves out, and it just becomes regular space, though. So you know what I mean? Now it's just space without a black hole. Nothing happens. Nothing happens to space.
See, like when you think about shit like that, it just brings you right around. You're just like, what is life?
How could you?
What is this?
What I'm saying is, let's just say let's say shit. Okay, well, shit does.
What is this?
Shit goes into a black hole, right? Well, there's no matter. There's no way that you go through that and it's nothing, right? Because it came from something.
Well, one theory is that you never ever get in there because at some point time's supposed to stop.
That makes me want to throw up.
So it's like, are you just frozen in time, or is what you're undergoing incomprehensible to what you're experiencing? I mean, like
they said, for a human, it's too cold. You would just die right away as soon as you enter a black hole.
Well, you're dead. But yeah, spaghettification is also one thing they say, where it's just like you see yourself.
But like we could build something for extreme cold, then send it through on.
But they say what happens at some point is that you eventually stretch out and freeze, and time is frozen. You're stuck in that moment.
So one way for us to find out. We never sent that into a black hole,
bro.
Right?
If you say you're like, I'll shoot you in a black hole, Steve. 20% chance you live.
I can't
5% chance you live. I'm going. Shoot me in a black hole, bro.
1% chance you live.
Send me in a black
I can't
hole.
even guarantee you that.
Send me a black hole.
Okay, so you're down with that? Are you really down with that, Steve? Let's just think for a sec.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Let's just think for a second.
Of course. Yeah, let's think for a second.
Think it through.
I think I'm going. Just because, like,
we're like, all right.
I would, because I mean, like,
well,
for
listen,
me,
it's not moon distance. We're like, all right, listen. We're like, Steve, we're gonna shoot you out there. You're gonna be by yourself. It's gonna take about 12 years for you to get to it.
Think about the shit that I'm gonna see out in that fucking universe. No one else will be able to see shit like I see shit at that very moment.
But that's kind of the curse to it, is that no one's gonna know.
But I mean, yeah, but you're always
so it's your personal.
But you're sending data back. You know, like what would be the point if they're not able to see the data you're sending
sending back to the government?
You know. Well, I hope some of it gets released, but regardless, I mean, space is one thing I've always wanted to like kind of like experience on a grander scale.
And I hear you on it. I like it. Like, but for me, it's like I would like for it to be like a team mission. You know, I'm like, hey, can we go?
But you gotta go by yourself. That's it. That's done deal.
So,
you going?
Let's say if I gotta go solo, I'm not gonna do it.
You don't think you're gonna do it? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to build something stronger here. I feel like I'm more important to the humankind than to just kind of throw myself out there like that. It's a waste of greatness.
You think so?
You know,
I'll be out there.
No, I hear you.
You know, it's like in and of itself it has its own greatness. That's the minute I got shot into space, bro.
I don't think you'd be talking about that
I think so, because it'll be like, okay, this is the first man we sent out to do something like this. You know,
I think you'd be talking about like as much as like that teacher that died in the rocket.
That's going down.
Like, no, I don't even know her name.
But people, that's Sally Ride. Sally Ride, Ash. That's crazy. That vision was Sally Ride. But the person who died. Yeah.
This is how they would be about you.
Why should it be that? Why should it be that name?
They're like, who's that guy that got shot?
And meanwhile, I'm just like, meet some fucking aliens.
Yeah, that's the number, bro. That's the whole thing that I'm worried about here. Now, I'm not even worried about going into the black hole. Like, if you told me, like, hey, bro, it's gonna take you 20 minutes to get to the black hole, and we can see you the whole time. Like, there's a black hole right there, and you're just shooting me into it. I'm good. But like, I'm feeling like you told me it's gonna take like 12 years. Let's just say it's gonna take like 2 years. I just feel like something along the way is gonna get me, and I don't want like I said, I don't want to be murdered. You know, so I don't want any creature killing.
Even by aliens?
No, if someone's gonna kill me, I would hope it'd be like an animal here that can use me.
I hope they get it all on radio where they're just like
just that one part.
And then like aliens. And then immediately like they make me hang up and they're just like, all right, that's done. We won't be looking for you. We love you. You're a new king. I'm just like, okay. Like, you know, it's like, yeah.
Sex bot. Use it as fuck.
It's just
you're a fuck toy.
Like, what if it's just like a fraternity? You're just getting fucked up off alien drugs all day.
and it's using you. It's using you up.
Fucking me no. I hope not.
It's all chicks just want to bang. Right?
I said fraternity. Sororities are all chicks. I said fraternities like.
Let's just say it's all bitches that just want to fuck you over and over and over. Like, could you live with
You're
that?
You're gonna fuck me?
Yeah.
Like, how so?
Like, it's gonna keep fucking you, you know, whatever you want, but you just gotta keep fucking them all. Like every day.
No, I mean that's of course it's gonna wear off.
Let's say if like every day you had
like the first hour.
If you had to fuck you had to fuck 15 of them a day.
See, people are gonna be saying, like, yeah, I'd do that now, but it's like, what the fuck? I can't do that. This is 15 a day.
You're gonna have to have like a force.
It's really gonna lose itself after like. Maybe like the first day,
I was
15
thinking
a
first
day.
Here, Steve.
I'm like, all right, I don't want to fuck alien bitches no more. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, like y'all thick, buddy.
Like
shit hurting.
Come on.
I gotta rebuild.
These are muscles.
That episode of Futurama. That's what made me think of that.
Muscles, snoo.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and at first he's all excited. All right,
that's great because they're humans, just huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they were like
they're not
huge. They're putting a whooping on you every
time.
Like, they're too big to deal with.
Or they were casted up.
Or they got
saved. Or they got saved and they were casted up. You know, their pelvis were shredded. You know, same thing in that episode was when you see the dead prisoners and their pelvises are shattered, but they have smiles on their faces. They have smiles on their faces.
That's so funny.
And just like when they got sentenced, and like they were all just like, and they're smiling and going back and forth.
Yeah, they couldn't decide.
Yeah, they just kept going back and forth. But again, you know, it's like after the first day, fuck.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm done
is
with
there, like,
this.
what's a number? Like, could you do like, let's just say something easy, like 5 a day?
Could you even do one a day for like a month or like 6 months? Like,
If I
come
had
on.
to,
Like,
I could do
of
one
course,
a
if I
day.
had to, but it's gonna get boring. Like, I think people are sitting there.
It's a new girl
I
every day.
think people are sitting there and they're like,
Doesn't do it for you?
I think everyone's sitting there and be like, oh, that'd be awesome. But it's like, imagine 6 months. I don't think anyone's ever fucked for like 365 days in a row, or like did that for 2 years or 3 years, or however long that might be.
Testosterone. You
know what
might
I'm
stop
saying?
producing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people
Literally.
like I'm sitting here thinking this is forever. You know, it's like, yeah, I could do it for some time, but I don't want to do that forever till I die. They're keep me alive and just keep fucking me.
For sure.
God, like, come on. I don't want to sit on this planet and get fucked all day. You know, it's like,
I do always like to imagine. Well, I don't like to imagine, but like I do feel like if we did go deep into space, that kind of an alien would check us. You know, I feel like we already got checked.
yeah.
I feel like they already kind of were like, yeah, y'all won't come up here.
I think it's been. I think people know we've been visited. Instead of like, look, no,
or the convo didn't happen, right? But the government has proof that like we're seeing shit in space.
we're picking it up,
And then we're just like, we're not gonna go.
picking
We're
up
not gonna.
communications.
We don't want to give them any more to think about. You know, like we're just
Yeah.
gonna stay the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Because I always say it's funny how like they agreed, like in our atmosphere, there's that space junk from the shit that like
yeah,
we've put
shot-
up there, but it's international law that you can't drop trash in the space.
Yeah,
you know, you can't just throw something out.
But here
in
we go.
space.
Here you go, space. Here we go. You commission satellite.
Yeah, but
Anybody can push it up here now.
but that's not going nowhere though. That shit, that's always going to be there.
Yeah,
Until we take it out.
exactly.
They chuck all some ideas, but tough, man. Going really fast.
yeah, man, yeah.
Like they're talking about a big ass net, but it's like
It's going fast. Fuck now.
shit's fast,
Literally
bro.
orbiting.
You guys are talking about some crazy shit too. You're talking about like some real futuristic shit of like, well, we're gonna have like a net that goes here. There's a 500 flying fucking rocket fucking fuel
also have
things
some
that are
deactivated things up
AI,
there.
and they all just shoot up and interlink a web, and then like that holds like a satellites and all types of other shit that's going like 600,000 miles an hour.
Yeah,
and just
we're
go,
talking
like,
over
like,
a million pieces.
We're on some crazy Iron Man shit here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, some of these satellites are more than a ton. I'm like, okay, then so you get 50 of them. You're telling me you have fucking 50,000 tons of space junk in this net. Now what do we do?
Right.
We slam it down back to Earth.
Right. And you guys got a law that you can't put it up there.
Further.
Right.
You eject it further, then it's
Good
like
question,
we're really
Steve.
fucked.
Let's go burn it.
That's it. It's like it's not gonna burn up in the atmosphere. And then let's say it does. You're gonna have like this huge molten lava ball
falling on people of trash.
Yeah. Like, I mean, India blew something up in space. Everyone was like, what the fuck? They literally had space junk raining down that they were worried about. I don't think anything big happened, but
India blew something up in space?
yeah.
Wow.
They blew up a satellite in space or some shit. I don't know why. No idea. But it's like,
maybe that's a good idea, bro. Maybe all of them should have a self-destruct. And then we say, hey, yeah, they're going to fall sometimes, which they already do. They're like, remember that Chinese one?
Yeah, just crashed.
They didn't know where that bitch was going. They're like, look, it's going to be somewhere between Europe and China.
Everyone watched the fuck out.
Yeah, like, don't die.
There's just some people died from that. I don't know.
I think it hit the water.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm sure
people died.
I think one has crashed into someone's home before. I kind of want to look that up now because, like,
well, I'm sure there's been them before, but it wasn't that one. That was like just crazy how it was just funny how they gave this big ass fucking gap.
Another thing is the speed at which these things orbit, bro. These things orbit at 7,000 miles per hour.
7,000?
7,000 miles per hour on the Earth.
So I thought it'd be a little faster because I thought Earth spins at 66,000 or it may be 6.
Yeah, this is orbiting Earth. Like it's how long it takes it to get around Earth.
Right, which wouldn't even matter about. For some reason, I'm thinking
the rotation of Earth, exactly.
Does that matter though? Is that gravitational pull? Like, does that work with Earth's rotation? Isn't that what kind of is?
I think we orbit the opposite of it. I don't know.
If we stopped moving, like, would we still have gravity?
If we stopped spinning, we'd have less. But I don't know, man. That's a good question, bud. Because I mean, like, we got a couple of these. We got I mean, I'm not sure, yo.
They
It's
said
like,
the
why
North
would
Pole
study the
officially
shit out of this?
moved.
Yeah, it's happened before where like the axis like has like shifted.
Well, like they didn't shift, but just like the North moved.
But they've
So
had
maybe
them
that
flip
means it's gonna
before.
shift.
They've
Yeah.
had them flip completely.
Yeah.
So
They said that's due.
that'd be fucking wild.
What would happen? I don't even know. I have to look that up.
I think satellites would crash.
I heard
because
about it before.
Their systems that they rely on those, or like they say that like a lot of animals would be fucked up, planes would be fucked up because the magnetic field.
Oh,
would
birds.
reverse.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
Because
be flip-flop.
birds' direction is off of the magnetic field. Did you know that?
The what bird? Yeah.
So
they sense that
like
shit.
they got those new things of like when people go bird hunting, they wear these suits
That's wild.
that are supposed to like metal that throw off the magnetic, like I guess detection.
That's some shit, man.
Yeah.
Ain't that about a bitch, man? Like
How about really cheating?
cheating to the highest degree. I mean, come on, like.
Did you ever see that crazy dude who gets the kills with the spears?
Spears the fish.
No, he spears animals, real big animals.
Real big ones, Steve.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not a fan of it just because when I get to the end of it, it's not the cleanest thing, But I've always said like I would rather people do that than a gun.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, like it's not a clean kill.
Because
It really is.
The animal's gonna get you sometimes, though.
Not only that, but it's
Something
like
done.
you hit a bear with a spear, it didn't die.
No.
It's gonna run you off, and now it's just
Exactly.
dealing with a spear in its side.
Yeah.
But apparently, he had been out there for like 10 years, and he got 7 kills. It's like it's just so hard. He just waits.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens with a lot of animals when you hunt them. Like even with a gun, you shoot them. Like you can drop some animals, but some, like, for the most part, drilling kick in, they take off real quick, and then you just gotta follow the blood.
You like to think they're like Native Americans. They wouldn't found an animal.
Right.
That's what I like to think. I don't like to think that they just waited up in a tree with a spear.
No.
One came by like bam.
I mean,
That would
probably.
suck.
I'm sure some have. But
If
think
I got
for the
me
most
and
part,
10 boys,
for the most part, you're out there on those, in the field.
it's
you
fucked
just
up how
like-
they picked on the water buffalo because they're just such an easy kill when you got 10 people.
But yeah, but they also like it's also funny because they also knew that like you could overhunt them, and they managed to keep that population stable.
Very true.
Rather than when the white man came over.
And it's
Kill 'em
crazy how
all,
much they
pretty much.
used from the buffalo. Did you ever see that?
Yeah,
They literally used every piece of that.
yeah,
And it's so much on a buffalo. It's weird.
they literally feed a whole village for like 6 months. Like, huge.
Is bison buffalo? Is that what that is?
No, they're different
Or is that
animals.
something
I believe,
else?
yeah, they're different. I think they come from like the same family, but they're all different. They're different animals.
Huh, I gotcha. They're
I-
weird
Let me
looking.
tell you the difference, though.
Did you see that video of like that bison? Am I saying that right?
Where they
Bison?
headbutting each other?
No, the one that
That was
they
pretty
threw the
sick.
kid up in the air.
Oh yeah, bro.
was that bro, like I was saying, like
Talk
Joe
about
was
some
saying,
shit
like,
parents.
yeah, like
They just dipped.
dude. Regardless, why is anybody by this beast?
That-
People
that
do
is a good
not
question.
respect a beast.
That is a very good fucking question, bro. Very good fucking
That was funny when Joe was talking about Connor, and he's just like, well, when you're top of the nut fighter, he's like, you pretty much just gotta go around agreeing not to fuck people up. Like you just see everyone just like, I can fuck you up.
You look him in the eyes, I'll fucking kill you. Like, okay, like he said that like you shouldn't. He said, say that again. Run that back. What he said again? He said you shouldn't go picking like if you're the best fighter.
He said, when you're like the best, when you're one of the best fighters in the world, you just have to go around agreeing not to fuck everyone up.
Okay, I got you. I
It's
got you.
like, if I wanted to, I could.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he hit that old man.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Apparently, the old man said he didn't want no shit whiskey, but you gotta respect.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd be like,
Apparently,
okay.
it's true too. Like that's a real thing.
Like I'm sitting. I mean, like I'll be like, if I'm Conor McGregor, I'm like, all right, I could fuck this guy up. I'm respecting this guy for Not
I
like,
love how people are like, he took that left hand though. Like, bro, he
Oh,
did not hit him with a left
ex-
hand. Like,
exactly. He didn't hit
he-
him hard either.
yeah, he tabbed him.
But like one thing, like especially if like you're Conor, like you wherever you go, especially in Ireland, people are showing you love. People love you. They always come up to you. It's very rare you get the one guy who's like, he doesn't suck up or suck into like what you are. He's just
And
like,
it was
I don't
like-
want shit whiskey.
He
Like,
honestly probably was
Yeah.
trying to be a dick. If that's the
Exactly.
case, it went down. Because why
Exactly.
wouldn't you take a free shot of anything, right?
exactly.
Like, no matter, I'm never gonna turn down a free shot.
But even if I'm Conor, then I'm like, all right, bro, respect. Like, Because I mean, a lot of people don't tell celebrities off.
Yeah,
You know, especially when they're like national heroes.
I'm
like
more down the
like-
Rogan line where it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? He's like, you got $100 million in the bank.
Exactly.
What the
you
fuck
know?
are you doing?
Exactly. Like I'm just gonna geek. I'm never gonna like hit somebody for something like that because like I got millions in the bank. Like why would I hit you?
Literally, all I did was give away my
But-
kid's money to you.
But some people are like, I got millions in the bank, so I'm gonna hit you.
My kid paid for that.
I got so much money in the bank, I'm gonna hit you because I can get away with it. Like what? Some people do think that way.
That's how they like. They talk about with them high gamblers. Damn, sorry. They got that kind of same mindset of where like they don't like playing play. You know, that's why they play in like the back of the casinos in those private rooms because they don't like having a cap on what they can bet.
Right. I remember there was that you have something else to add on that?
We got
Yeah, I remember there was that video where Dana White was getting kicked out of casinos because he's really fucking good at blackjack.
yeah, he was writing it.
He was just getting kicked out. Like he had like he racked up like 10 mil or some shit.
Well, with those guys, like you say like if you put a cap on, let's say it's $100,000 a hand or something like that, they usually play $1 million a hand. So it's like they could win 50 hands, and all they're thinking about is the 900,000 they lost every hand.
Yeah,
Because they're used to playing for $1 million. It's just like what a sick mindset, bro. Like, God, just be happy.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, but I can't say if I had money like that, I wouldn't be doing similar things. You know, it's like
I wouldn't be hitting people.
I'm not gambling, you know, but like I'd be guilty if I'm like I'm not gonna go in and
It
play some
sounds,
hands.
from what I've gotten from you, is that if you get money, I gotta watch out for you. Like you're gonna go down a bad path.
No.
You're just ready to go
I'm gonna experience things. You know, it's like I'm gonna go gamble. I'm gonna do some cocaine.
I was about to say,
I'm
I'm
gonna get some meth. I'm gonna get a little bit of meth. I'm gonna deal drugs to make me know.
Did you see that Mexico made it recreational?
Meth?
Coke.
Oh, Coke. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. So you just have like Coke shops eventually? Is that where it's going? You know, you just got people selling Coke now.
I don't know, but a lot of people are gonna be going up there to do it recreationally. A lot of Americans.
Yeah, people already go across the border to hit clubs and shit. So you know,
Coke's is kind of one where like I know I said I didn't want to make shit for people, but you're just kind of like people really like this one. People, it's kind of ingrained in the culture at this point.
would you do some coca tea where it's like just a leaf? It's not even the cocaine form.
I would
So
do it.
I don't
Maybe
think
if I
there's-
was doing it with like a bunch of people on vacation or something like that. But like personally, I'm not trying to take any chances out here on anything. You know.
I mean, like for me, so it's like if you use the coca leaf and don't turn it into that cocaine where you add cement to
The
it,
coca leaf's addictive too, bro.
you know? Oh yeah, 100%. But I mean, like get a little bit of tea. I mean, like a little bit of tea or something there. You know, we got a little coca.
All I'm
leaf in
saying
there.
is, say it's a 14-day
You know?
vacation, and on the first day we try it. Maybe
Yeah.
about the 6th day, I'm
Yeah,
just like,
there's
light 'em up!
That's what happens to a lot of people. I think they go. I think it's Thailand. I think, or it's some part of China, where you get these nuts you chew on, and like you suck, like you crack them open and
Oh
suck
yeah,
on
I seen
them,
that. I seen
and it's
that.
like super addictive and fucks your teeth up.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, a lot of people
That's
get hooked on
weird.
those because they're like sold like street nuts. You know, there's like, but like they're like euphoric almost, like a late euphoria.
And like
shit.
Somalia and shit, the kids have a huge problem with huffing shit.
Yeah,
They huff, bro. And literally, like, there was like this lady over there doing a documentary. There's like 16 kids, bro. None of them are even 18.
yeah,
And like 6 of them are high.
Yeah.
Like, while they're doing
from
it.
like that NOS shit, that
Yeah,
CO2,
and they
like
just keep huffing it,
Yeah.
like since they're kids.
that,
Treating
and
it like weed and shit.
people will chew. It's also another country where like they chew that one leaf, where it's similar to like a very light coca. It's not even like it doesn't even really get you like too high, but people are addicted to it. They just chew it all day.
Yeah, I've seen
hang
a few
around.
things like this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. People just find ways to
Find an escape.
yeah, or just take up time from like
Yeah.
whatever
Fill the gap, fill the void.
Like some people, like you remember they were saying, like people just chew shit all day and just chew that bag all day and hang out, just chill. You know, which is what some people use, do with marijuana, but people use this shit all over. People use these types of things all over to get away from certain things.
That's
or,
weird though,
or
because
whatever.
you never do coke and chill though, right?
I never. whenever in my life when I imagine myself doing cocaine, I never see it me as doing coke and chill.
Yeah, no, you're at the club, right, or the bar or
doing
something.
it-
You're running to hella bars.
I'm doing it off some Lamborghini or bitch's tits.
Yeah, you're on the 9-4 at the Hilton. You're just fucking.
Exactly. Like you're 5 o'clock on a hotel roof, with a bottle of champagne and some shades, and not even yours.
Just you're in a robe. The life.
You have Hulk Hogan's like famous like fluffy, whatever that thing got his boa on, the yellow and red feathers on and shit.
Odd pet peeve I've always had is like, how like when you like hear some deep shit, like some good music, you'd be like, it's kind of like, damn.
Right.
There's some people that always go like this. That's always bothered me. Like people that want like neck out, like.
So you like head bopping, it's like.
It's kind of like, damn. And then like
people that go straight forward,
right.
And you're
just like, what the fuck?
I've always been like,
it's so weird to notice that. That's what you would think, right? You're just like, it's like a head knot, right?
Yeah.
It's like they kind of giving it a lot of neck.
Yeah.
Like I've been at a couple concerts and shit. And I've seen that. I'm just like,
Oh shit! He's coming for everybody that does that.
It's like no rhythm. That's what reminds me of, like no rhythm.
It's definitely for me. It's all around it's an awkward motion. I can't even imagine myself doing that.
I guess it's just a natural thing,
especially
right?
when it's the head bop. Just like I guess everyone hits different for some people.
Yeah,
for some people it's
like
I
always thought I never knew I had rhythm. Until I really started dancing. You're just like, oh, you got some rhythm, kid. You just gotta get out there. You gotta show yourself.
Exactly.
You don't know till you do.
You have a rhythm. You don't have.
People are like I can't. Yeah, exactly. People are like I can't dance. So like, oh. You ever really try?
You're just really scared of looking dumb,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what it is,
Which is hard. You know how it is, man.
Yeah.
You are worried about like people looking at you, clowning you. I mean, you're a grown man now, so it's a little bit different.
Exactly.
Like when you were younger, especially, you're just kind of like
you try to look cool. You want to look good.
I want to dance. If anything, you're just like nothing. Not really doing nothing.
It's especially like if you were like trying to dance with a girl or something. If you're grinding off beat, you're like I gotta be on beat. It's like it's
the worst.
You grind off beat, she's just like okay.
Well, if you're just trying to straight up throw that shit back, and you're just everywhere. Listen. Okay. If I had to teach like my nephews,
I dig in and refortify. I fortify my position.
I was just about to say, I'm like, all right, listen, I'm gonna teach you.
I fortify my position.
I'm gonna teach you the rules here. The first thing is definitely
put up sandbags.
You gotta get a very, very strong platform. It's all about your initial platform. She could not bounce you back one time. If she gets you once, she's gonna keep coming for you.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be 6 feet back bumping into people. You gotta stand your ground.
Bend those knees.
If she started to act like that, you gotta get a roll going.
If you're stiff kneeing at this bitch, you're being thrown off balance,
bro.
You
gotta go.
You're trying to lock your knees
like a wacky, flacky, inflatable man, dog.
Like,
and you're just like, you gotta position her. You gotta grab her and just have full control.
If she's throwing it back, you got straight red nose that bitch. Like that old song by Jeff. You got grab on, and you got plant. And you got like I said, you got refortify, bro. I'm putting up sandbags at this. It's like. And if you're not ready for that, you better hope a wall's nearby, buddy.
Yeah.
Or you're getting
that's the best thing is if you got a wall.
Exactly.
You're gonna want a wall. That's really number one. You should say.
Oh, you need
some type of
support.
And definitely if you got a drink, it's difficult.
Ideal situations.
You got a drink and a bitch is just throwing it back.
Ideal situations, you got another bitch behind you that's like you sandwiched between two bitches. Now you're just like this bitch refortify. You know what I'm saying? Just like okay, here we go.
I've seen
working as a team.
I've seen people in the club.
It's weird.
I've seen people in the club. It's like that. It's like for guys. For guys, do it like some guys that just go all the way back. They just plant their feet, but they just give out their back, and their boys hold them up while they're getting twerked on.
Yeah.
And then just like. While like 4 people are
wingman,
and all them people, because I can't even lie. I've been a part of a few of them. You're just like, like so you catch somebody, and then like you're just all geeking at this dude getting twerked.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You're just like, what? I don't know how I got dragged into this, but here I am.
I am being this guy's support.
Here I am. Support this guy right here.
I'm your rock, bro. I got
I
you.
paid $25 to get in here.
And I'm supporting someone else getting twerked on. While simultaneously slightly twerking on this dude. Like I got people behind me. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm losing twerks.
Exactly. I'm losing twerks per minute. My twerks per minute average is going down. When I leave that nightclub, I need to be a high score in twerks per minute. I'm just saying, you know.
I think you can twerk 4 shorties a minute tonight.
But bro, you're dragging these numbers down.
I've twerked 3 or 4 shorties tonight.
Bro, you're dropping my stock right now.
I'm crashing. I'm in the red, dog.
I'm in the negative, bro.
I'm gonna go change my clothes in the car.
Bro, you're up 10. Let me get one. Like
when I come back in here, I don't want to see your face.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You've already had record days, okay? You've had record numbers right now. Share profits.
I remember like at the beginning of Voltage, bro. They would let you come in and leave and come back.
Oh,
bro.
One of the worst. And as soon as I'm looking at that, I'm like, I'm getting stabbed.
Literally, what happened?
I'm getting
Someone
stabbed.
got shot
Like,
in the middle of the fucking bar.
Oh my god, no reentry.
That's when they stopped reentry.
No reentry. Either that, like, even when you have no reentry, there's sometimes you walk by those dudes patting you down, and they're just like, they got hover hands. They're just like, oh, I don't detect nothing on you.
Bro, well, at Voltage, dog, the
Oh
the smoking section was out there by the parking lot. And it just opened bars all the way around.
Yeah.
You just get somebody to come up. Straight up. Good looking. And you could get anything through there. You cop some grass through there all the time. Molly, whatever you want. You just come right up. They ain't even got to come in. You're just like, yo, yeah, you go out there, get that thing. I'll be right here. I'd imagine that's how that guy got shot that night.
You're right. There's a hit. Yeah, bro. Here you go. But I mean, if they have re-entry, I'm sure they'll just walk in with that bitch, you know? Like,
what's the need, though, you know? But I guess you do get patted down every time.
Yeah, it's true. It just seems like it went back up line so much for entry.
It's funny how you want to talk about, like, it's funny how close, like, the attitude of cops and bouncers are. It's like, I swear, bouncers, like, have such a bad ego, man.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, though, they're just like, always. Remember in Philly with their IDs?
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
always
I won't give you 21 plus. Fuck you.
We'll let you in. We ain't 21. I was like, so is this a real ID or not? Yeah.
I know my shit real.
Yeah, it's so
That's
weird.
the worst part. Like, I'm sitting, I'm like.
And then remember the one guy, like, I hit him ID, he's like, bends the fuck out of it. He's like, this ain't real. He's like, what?
Hey, bro, that's about license. I drive up on this bitch. Like,
I drove here.
Right. You want a fucking title?
It's so crazy how they are. And, like, especially, like, when fights break out and shit, like, oh, man. They're so happy to, like, jack people up.
Yeah.
They love coming up behind people and just grabbing a rear naked choke. I've been got once by that, but I watched Mario a bunch of times get got by just bouncers elling them.
You've just seen that plenty of times.
Because he's just so hyped. And he's just like, there's a circle, like, around what's going on, and then Mario's just too hyped. He's just drawing that attention. He's going to L him right out. Take him like, oh, he ain't got nothing to do with it. He's just too hyped up. It's L him right out. And he's so bad. He's so bad with his rear naked choke defense. He panics right away.
Every time. Oh, that's so funny, man. Just see him having such a good time until he gets held out. He's just like, yeah, fight.
Bro, it was just the funniest.
Oh my god! And his
like,
face, like the transition from pure pleasure to getting fucked up real quick.
No,
is it?
I always love telling my Mario story with the same situation.
Yeah,
but basically, fucking one night, yo, he just kept fucking with me, bro. It was me, Foley, and Mario, yo. He just kept fucking. He just kept fucking with me, yo. And I'm like, yo, leave me alone. He smacked me in the face, bro. And I get up, and like as soon as I came up, he ducked his head down, so I grabbed him and like guillotine style like that, and he just went limp. And I thought he was joking because it happened so quick. Like in 2 seconds, Steve. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Like you can ask Foley. I'm not exaggerating at all. I grabbed him like that. His body went limp. So I thought he was joking. Like, oh, you got me. So I just let him go. I didn't know that he was out. It was so quick, bro. Dog, he just came face down. Back out off the fucking ground to my floor, dog.
Damn, man.
Just split his whole eye open, dog. I felt so fucking bad, bro. I remember like watching this and the thing in my head too, because like he hit the ground and then he bounced over. It's like he hit so hard, bro. The way it happened was crazy. It's crazy that the human body works. It's like when he flipped over and looked at me, his eyes were in the back of his head, first of all. He was concussed.
Yeah.
But when he flipped over, he had no cut, Steve. Like his face was fine. And then literally in an instant, the fucking eyebrow just went boom.
Split.
Like it was like a delayed cut.
It swelled up and split
Yeah,
itself,
shit just split. It was just
and
so bad.
that part bleeds a lot.
Yeah,
too,
and I remember he's like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm looking at him like, you're not good, bro.
Yes.
You're not good, yo.
So-
And then he's like, call me an ambulance. I'm like, you're not. It's not that bad. It was funny as shit, man. We rolled up. We started rolled up and smoked on our way to Bayview and shit. We stayed with him all night.
Yeah.
We ended up getting stitches and shit. It's so funny, man, because like our phones died, so we didn't get none of the pictures. But they put him in a cast for his neck. So he's just like this answering questions from the nurse, and we're just geeking, yo. So we stayed in the room with him, right? We all passed out. Then like in the middle of the night, yo, I swear to God, this is true. In the middle of the night, I'm like laying by the door on the couch or like sofa on the seat, and like the nurse comes in to come give him a CT scan or something like that, like a scan, and like I like kind of wake up as he's coming by on this like rolling bed, and he's just like, he's just like, peace, dog. And it's like just seeing him in the neck casket, just getting rolled out, you know, and it's like I felt so bad, but it was one of the funniest nights of all of our lives. Like we geeked all night.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, so man, I
God.
felt horrible, man. But like, I would never do that to nobody. Even though he smacked me in the face, I would have never did that to him. It was literally, I got up, he ducked his head, I grabbed his neck, he went limp. It was so fast, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
And I was mad, so I probably was squeezing hard.
Yeah, so something similar to that was like I remember when I was back in school, high school, like this girl was wrestling this dude in the hallway in the stairs. Kind of had her like out there were playing around, and then like they kind of like she like clips him, they like fall back. DDT, bro, just like straight holding on, head down, bow.
Oh my God.
Rolled over, similar shit, just like eyes back, split.
Wow.
It's like, oh my fucking God. Talk about some like really fucking crazy shit. Like, when that shit just like rolls back, bro, it's just like
you're
next level.
You took
That's
some
next level.
You took some time off your life.
Your life clock was
bro. You know how John Rua had them motherfucking staircases, bro. Them concrete staircases,
tough
bro,
ones,
with
bro.
them strong steel railings.
Yep.
I remember one day at my third floor up in the library, bro, and I remember this so clear. I was with Andrea Chavez. Ain't that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was with her, yo, and then Nick Protopapas came out and was like, "We're going to Ikaros," because we were in Miss Pop's class.
I remember that, bro.
We were all going to Ikaros, and I'd already paid and everything, bro. And I come running down full speed, like just trying to get down there as fast as I can with Nick and Andrea, and I fall, bro. And I fucking hit that one of those poles right here on my head, just walk up from like 6 steps up, dog. Full speed. Terrible. I wasn't concussed or nothing. I remember the whole thing. Might have been concussed. I don't know that.
Ring
right?
it though. Ring
but
it.
Like, yeah, I didn't go out there or nothing like that because I remember the whole thing. I'm just like, so basically, I
Your bell got rung.
I basically jumped a flight of steps onto a metal pole. Just walk up.
Looking like Jeff Hardy, just like.
That's literally what it was. I remember like Nick kept going, bro. Like he didn't even notice, and Andrea's just like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I tried to go down to I tried to keep going, but literally like I got a hematoma on my head, dog. My shit was like an egg on my head.
Yeah.
They called my mom. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom.
Ikaros is good.
I bet, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
I know. It sucks so bad, dog. It's like that. I never learned nothing from that. I should have learned patience. I never did. I honestly just learned being careful in them steps.
Exactly.
It's just really.
And then as soon as you moved away from the John Rua stairs, you were just like, "Whoa."
Yeah. This isn't useful.
That was a tough one to learn, but really didn't do me no good in the long run.
Exactly.
It's like, So I just take the elevator now.
It's like, I just rocked.
Oh man,
I
take the elevator
would
now.
say I definitely probably had to be concussed in that because it was just so hard. But I knew like one for sure concussion I had was this dumbass time up there at Joseph Lee Park. I put myself in one of them 50-gallon trash cans, those big green ones they had, and I rolled myself down that hill, bro. And like just gravity, like as I went down, like it pulled me out farther and farther. So it got to a point where my head was just like, my God. And bro, I'm just flipping like, what? Yeah. I'm trying to go like this, basically. I wish you could see, but I'm pulling G's, so I can't like even pull my arms up, you know? It's just like, and at the end, dog, like they're all talking.
Some fucking G,
bro. They're all talking, and literally all I could see was white light. Like I was out, bro. I was out, dog. Like, and I remember everybody was there. Like Marissa Fitzpatrick, all these people were there. Like I'm looking up, and like all I can hear is the sounds. I can't see nothing.
If you could ever see someone's life clock, you bink, just taken away slowly. Just
bro,
like,
it was so bad.
Time running off. That's terrible,
it
man.
Was so bad, dog. I'm just like,
I don't think I've ever gotten concussed.
I had to be concussed. Like
you, 100%.
The thing is, my head wasn't hurting or nothing like that. Like I had a little like, oh shit, you know, but like I wasn't like throwing up like or nothing like that.
Well, I shouldn't say it because like I think if you've been concussed, you most likely don't remember being concussed.
You know what I've learned? Is apparently a clear telltale is that if you lose your sense of smell, a concussion will have.
I think that's the last thing you think of though. Like when you're like,
yeah, but I'm saying
what I smell.
But say you hit something with some Epsom salts and like it don't work.
That's a good one, yeah. But I think they have plenty of that in NFL.
Yeah, I don't know if you can still do it. You can't do it in boxing no more.
No, some salts. So.
You can't hit them with the salts no more. Yeah, smack them. Let's go.
Are you there? I've had the wind knocked out of me before. That shit's like...
That shit's crazy.
I know, you're just like...
That's scary, ain't it?
Yeah, because like for that split second, you can't fucking breathe. Like, definitely like one
I can't think of the last time. I can't think of the last time like it happened to me. But I know I got cracked in the ball once.
For me, you know, it was I had a fight on the playground like third grade. You know, I was just on a weekend and I seen some of the school, like some people from school. And I think one of the kids I didn't like, I can't remember who exactly it was. Straight up, like, you know, we were just fought, and he caught me one good time in the chest, and it was just like, it's like, you know, that's probably one of the last times I remember.
It's like DC, bro.
Yeah. I'm sure I've ate shit before and just been like, wow. Monkey bars, definitely.
Oh,
ate some of those.
I've got so many times. I've felt a lot in my life going fast.
Yeah.
Literally, that's pretty much been the story of my life, you know? But just a funny one was fucking, because I always pushed it. That's the thing. I always did push it, which I shouldn't have. But me and Justin Smith, bro, we're going from my house on Gus Ryan down to his house on Anglesey.
Yeah.
Not on eastern side, but in the back side, like where that Verizon thing's at and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you come down that way, there's a hill. So you can build up that speed. Well, I'm just coming straight down like his other street down that entire hill. And, bro, I had this, well, it was his bike, but it only had pigs on the front. No, it didn't even have pigs, bro. That's right. So we're trying to figure out the best way for me to ride him from my house to his house, like 8 blocks. So he got on the front, you know, and he sat on the handlebars and he put his feet like on the front of the tire.
Yeah.
Right. And I got like this and we're just going. And this bitch had shitty ass brakes, dog. This bitch had shitty ass brakes, bro.
Oh my.
Like I felt it a little bit, but like he told me they weren't. You know what I mean? So we're just getting it, yo, and we're going straight up. Like I want to say it was got about 25, 30 miles an hour, Steve.
Oh my God.
And fucking we're coming, yo, and I'm like, I'm holding both brakes, yo. I'm holding both brakes in, back and front brake, and this thing is still going full speed. And I try to just like, I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, I can't go into the wall down there. So like, as we're going to his street, so I try and hit the alley, bro. Like just going 25 miles an hour. It felt like in the 20s now.
What the fuck did you?
As soon as we come around, you know how like when you go in the alley, there's just that little tiny bump. Like right when you get in the alley, there's that little tiny bump.
Yeah.
And that slaughtered us, bro.
We were just both ate
too
shit.
fast on an angle. Like as soon as we hit that, the front tire basically like gave in to the rim.
Yeah.
Dog, he literally got slingshotted straight down, bro. Just crack up. Yeah, literally, bro. And then I'm fucking.
You go over the front? Or no?
I go over the front, like it's so crazy because I just thought about another time, but I go like 10, 15 feet, like all way. The
Bro.
thing is, mine wasn't even that bad though because I kind of just landed with less like carry to me.
Right.
He got hit and slid.
Ugh,
He hit and
the worst.
He hit and slid, dog. And it was
definitely,
I felt so bad, bro.
definitely ate my worst shit on bikes, bro. Always when I ate my worst shit. I remember
The worst.
trying to hit I remember I got one of those kicker ramps when I was younger. Tried to hit that too fast. The bitch like flipped over instead of me over the front, rolling in the grass, hard as fuck, slinged into the dirt. I remember trying to like slide my shit in the dirt a little bit, but like this was like it was like gravelly dirt, on like top of like pavement pretty much. So it wasn't even like grass. Kicked out on that. It just slid straight down the side.
Oh my god! I see it. Yeah.
Just like we're just eating shit.
Oh man, that was so ate up too, right? That shit was like my shit. Yeah, that was ate up.
Well, your shit's fucking. You had to pull shit out.
Horrible.
I'm good. I
Horrible.
that,
you know. That, I don't even get at that one. That was just
you've already gotten that one before.
But, yeah, I like just joking about like all my funny ones, because I've had so many funny ones because I've just done it so many dumb times. Like I remember I used to have this 3-wheeler with no brakes, bro, and I would just go down hills and like just hope for the best.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you one you will not believe, bro. I swear to God, it's a true story, dog. Me and Daryl Morez.
I don't believe it.
We're like probably 12 years old, bro. And remember when they first came out with them little crotch rockets?
Yeah.
The gas ones? He got one of them, bro. Pulls up to my shit, and I'm like, what?
Shout out Daryl's Smile.
Yeah, bro. Badass yellow one. So we're getting it. He puts me on the back of it. Like, it was room for another person on there, kid. Get on the back of it. Who was selling these things? No, we was balling, bro. That thing was fast. Like, I want to say like 25 miles an hour or something. Well, for some reason, you always want more speed, and we decided to go down that hill right there where the soccer field's at in Joseph Lee. I swear to God, this is true, dog. We're fucking flying down that hill, yo. We had to be going every bit of like 35, 40 miles an hour at this point. We're coming down. We were going to try and go up the hill to the basketball court, just like, bam, get it. Like, and go up there.
Yeah.
There's just this fucking crater in the ground, yo, that neither one of us see, bro. And I'm like, as deep as this table is, Steve. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. No, it's this fucking deep, bro. And Daryl, I remember Daryl just saying, that's exactly what Daryl said. He was like, oh, shit. And this time, I was the one that got slingshot, bro. And he went straight down to the crater. He actually fucked his nails up real bad. Like 2 of his nails came off because he hit so hard on the front windshield. Like the windshield like dug off his nails. Yeah, like knocked his shit off. Well, I get slingshot, bro. I swear to God, Steve, on my life, my back hit the top of the soccer fucking post. That's how high I got slung, dog.
The soccer post.
You know how they got the ones that are set up right there, dog?
My
back. I hit square on my back like this. Like a fucking fish, dog.
Like Kung Fu movie
on
style.
On the top of the fucking soccer thing, yo, and fell to the ground, bro. And the most immense pain. That I swear.
I hit the woodwork.
Dog, I tore my back apart, bro. Like I was a kid, bro, and I could not move. Yo. I literally thought I was paralyzed, dog. I just got slingshotted back first at a soccer. And I remember Daryl, it was like after an explosion happens in a movie. Like I'm just laying there on the ground, just like as like I'm coming to, like I'm slowly coming back. I'm like, and like my eyes are kind of in and out, and I look down like at the crater, and the motorcycle tires are just still spinning. It's all the plastics are all broken off, the windshield's crashed, and like I just look over, and Daryl's on the hill. He's like. It's like it was straight up like a movie, bro. And we're just like, and then he gets up, yo, and I couldn't get up, yo. I had to wait a minute, bro.
And you're a kid, so you're just like, that's more what it's like. It's not, it's
yeah. I would have cried if I was alone. I was in pain, bro. I bent over backwards.
deep grown man groans.
Picture it, dog.
These are high pitched children, just like.
I would love just to see even a reenactment video of it, just because it was just so. I always thought. I remember when that happened. I remember like the next day just thinking, God hates me. Like that's what I was like. God hates me. I was like, the fact that I was that high, whatever. But the fact that I was aimed specifically at the back of that thing, and I could have took it maybe this way, like, ugh. But my back, bro.
Terrible.
Terrible. The worst situation besides a headshot. And it's like
exactly, just like smacking the thing is, so
like we're like I'm just all fucked up. Like I had no cuts or scrapes or nothing. I just had a horrible fucked up back. Daryl's all scraped up and shit, like with his fingers all tore up. And we're like, and he's just like, he's mad because he's like, my mom's gonna kill me, dog. We just stay there, like we're all fucked up trying to be mechanics on this bike for like 30 minutes. We're like putting plastics back on and shit, trying to make it play, man. We eventually got it good enough. We're like, just tell him that the motorcycle, just tell him that the windshield broke. That's it. And like the rest of it was just like kind of put back on there. Shit, man, I forgot about that for the longest time. It's so crazy, man. I'm so glad we talked about this, so that I remembered that again.
Yeah, bro. But it's funny as shit looking back at it now.
Yeah, bro. I'm just.
Well, at least for me,
I took like horrible damage.
I think when I get all my ankles gonna be fucked because I've broken both them bitches. Like
that's something, yeah.
You know, I never like snapped them like crazy compound fracture. But like
they had cracks.
They were small breaks, exactly. You know, they were small breaks, but still, it's like one was like an inside roll to where like you're like like you land, you roll it long ways, like like you with the right foot and you kind of like roll it that way.
And it cracked.
But I rolled it inward, so it was like, so it's like way less,
How
so
the fuck?
So yeah, so I fucked up my shit, and like I said, it was pretty much like borderline like fracture break, they were like. It's a break, but it was small breaks. Regardless, like anything where you fuck up your cartilage in your ankles and hurt ligaments.
You ever feel anything in them? Or you been feeling good?
Oh yeah, every once in a while,
feel a little something.
Every once in a while, yeah.
I've never had problems with my elbow, man, until like recently when I started working out heavy.
Yeah.
Then like I felt the pain right here, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And like it wasn't going away. Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, I gotta rest that. I gotta rest for a day." Literally,
you're fucking wild with that shit, man.
Yeah.
You cut that fucking.
Yeah,
you cut that motherfucker.
I was just out there,
See, like I wasn't like when I broke my shit like the second time. Well, both times like when it happened, I was like 16, 17 or so.
Yeah.
So I was still playing like video games heavy. So
at least you're a little older though.
Yeah.
Instead of being like a kid and doing it. Well, I don't know. That might be a better thing.
It's better when you're younger because you recover easier.
I just like the definition of what
I try to
explain. I
think I was 19, 20.
I think I was younger than that.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. Unless I was like 17, something like that. Maybe something like that. I really can't remember. I don't know. When I tell people I'm horrible with times, I really am. Like I don't even know when that happened to me. I can't even tell you the year. Like I'd have to go back and look at look at my shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to say like 2014. Right. I feel like it was like 5 years.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah,
it was like 20 or something, maybe somewhere around there.
I remember you came in bald and you were just holding I remember you telling me you're like, if I hold my shit right here, I'll be all right.
Bro, it's literally.
I doubted you, but you're good.
That's literally the definition of like how I try to like when I try and explain to people like my mindset. Of like when I like playing that game, like how I look at it. Like I literally like that day, I literally could not ball hard, bro. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to like not.
I mean, you could have played in the cast.
I didn't have a cast. I never had a cast.
You never had a cast?
No, I just had a sling.
Oh,
yeah.
So you never casted up?
No, it wasn't a complete break.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a complete shatter. Basically,
I thought you cut your cast off.
No, I had a sling.
Got you.
So I was supposed to sit in the sling. So now I'm like, okay, well, this sling's getting on my fucking nerves. I'm trying to ball. So I took the sling off and I just try to keep my arm right there. Kind of simulate it. Basically.
Gotcha.
Not the best.
Yeah.
But try to,
There's that one guy I seen recently.
I was banging some lefts too.
There's this one guy I seen recently. He's banging, he's balling with one arm. Got a 3-pointer and shit. Banging it up, It's like
a little something. Yeah, keep chasing. I know how it feels.
Yeah, exactly. So just balling hard.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Like watching something like that, like something that you're like, wow, I can't even use it, and then it comes back.
Exactly.
It's like, very nice. But I felt that pain. I'm like, man, I wish
Sucks.
I had some health insurance, you know,
Nasty.
so I could get like a clean X-ray on it and just like make sure everything was good.
Right, exactly. Make
I don't
sure
want to
everything's
hurt
good.
anything. But like it never bothers me. I mean, I lift shit all day. I lift 200, 300 pounds. You know what I mean?
Nothing.
Never.
The same thing. Like I'll walk all
It's
day.
it's just like constant. When I constantly use it, I feel like when I'm trying to do the pull-ups, like I'm gonna do 40 pull-ups a day
yeah.
for 2 days or some shit. You know, like I feel like then it's like, oh boy, better do some lower.
Yes. Little the little tight right there.
Yeah, it's so
Little tight.
funny on that. It's like I had never broken nothing before that, you know. So even when he told me it's broken, I'm like, my arm's broken. Like I did not know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've had like things like it was shaking. You know, like it was shaking like that. But like one time I was driving on this 4-wheeler and I was on a train on the railroad tracks, and my boy Danny hit around on his dirt bike, like went around the corner of the train tracks, and I was coming around and I'm just thinking the same thing, like I'm gonna get it too. Well, this part of the train tracks had like the middle part too,
Right.
and it lined up perfectly with my 4-wheeler, and it just fucking again slingshotted me, and I landed mainly on my left foot like horribly, and I slid for like 10 fucking wood pieces. But like when I got up, my fucking foot was just shaking like crazy, and I couldn't stop it. Like just one foot, it was just shaking like crazy. I thought it was broke, but it wasn't. So like this time, the same thing was happening with my arm, but I didn't think it was broken because I was like, well, that happens, you know,
exactly,
when you got rocked.
Yeah. Exactly. Like that feeling of like I'm familiar with that feeling. That shit's fucking weird.
Yeah,
like it starts feeling hot.
Well, it's funny, like how the human mind works, because like this, like my elbow breaking was a choice, not a choice by se, but like when that happened, like when I went down at first, like when I first fell down, I came down and I like grinded on my side, and then I hit my head, and that's how I cut right here. So like when I came down, I was like pow, and I came back up like actually on this side, so I came down, I was like this pow, and like I came back up. And like I remember that, like I rocked my shit, and as soon as I did that, I was like, no more of that, and I put my shit like that.
Yeah.
And then from just rolling out from there, I was just taking all elbow shots. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't break them both.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want no more face shots.
Exactly.
Bro.
You don't want your head.
Yeah.
Your head bouncing off.
I remember I was in the hospital. They're like, we're gonna take a piece of your skin off your ass. and put it right there. I was like, no, the fuck you're not.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. They were like, we're going to do a skin graft. And we're like, what? They're like, you want to use your ass? I'm like, no, the fuck you're not. I'm like, stir this shit up. You know what I mean? Now, we'll see what happens.
Why would you put ass skin?
Because it was a gap, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was peeled back, like from here to here, basically.
Just take some skin off my arm or something. Like,
well, it's like you would see that, I guess, you know. So they try to go to a spot that you don't see, and the ass is a really good spot for tissue, I think, too. Something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Weird.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah.
When I think about it, like, yo, I've crashed like 50 times on shit, bro. I've crashed a lot.
I won't say I'm up there with 50.
Yeah,
probably
bro.
like 30. You know.
Yeah. I remember one time when I rode a bike to Southeast, like I'm just leaving out of Southeast, bro. I'm coming behind like those buses, and I'm just driving. Like as I come out behind it, it was the special ed teacher.
Right.
It was just flying, bro. Like, of course I was dumb too, but I didn't expect anybody to be going that fast. You know, around the buses, they usually go slow. But this guy was going like 30. I'm always trying to guess these speeds, but like he was going fast, you know. And as soon as I come out, though, he just cracked me, bro. Dog, he left. He cracked me on a bike. The special ed teacher cracked me on a bike and kept driving,
like,
bro.
Fuck yeah.
And kept driving, bro. He knocked me all the way around on the bike like that. I got up and I never said nothing because like my bike was okay, you know. Well, so I guess it wasn't 30, probably was less than that. But like he rocked me off my bike. My bike was okay. I never said nothing. The next day I seen him. He's like, sorry. I was like, sorry. I never even talked to him.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's like, sorry. I'm like, the fuck.
Cracked you, bro. He's just like, because you know you hit a little kid.
That's my most Southeast story I got.
You know you hit a little kid. You know 100% you hit a little kid that day. Like right then and there, like you didn't stop. That kid could have been dying. And he'd be like,
yeah, right. Seriously, you don't know what happened.
Like you just
cracked offered me a ride home, dick.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck you? Like I remember something similar. Like I remember like there's like in the back of the parking lot, there used to be like this little hump where there was like the edge of the parking lot for some reason. There was a hump you could kind of like air your bike off of. I remember hitting that 10 years old for my first time and trying to get air. You know, I'm just trying to like get it up on
Full
like
speed.
so
Everything
exactly.
you can
And there was
get.
like a little hill before that, so like it kind of leaded perfectly. So I went to go hit it. I remember hitting it, getting scared, about to go take off, hitting a good amount of speed. You know, I'm just like I was just closing my eyes.
Oh no!
I remember feeling like going. I feel like I went like 6 feet in the fucking air. Up that bitch forever. I just remember coming down, eyes closed. Like, eat fucking shit.
You got your eyes closed the whole time.
Exactly. Until I ate shit, and then I landed. I'm just like, oh,
You knew as soon as you left. You knew you weren't
Exactly.
landing it.
I might have stuck it if I kept my eyes open, you know. But like, not looking, just like.
So why'd you close your eyes? It was
Exactly.
too high.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa!
I think I was going too fast. When I shot it, it was just like, oh shit, I'm up this bitch. Boom. And I wasn't even.
that.
But I think in reality, I didn't go up in shit. I like aired up a little bit, back tire leaves maybe like this far off the ground, and then I just eat shit. Like,
you just let yourself eat that shit.
And of course, I'm just like on the ground, just like, whoa. It's just, I got air. Sweet. I got some sweet air.
Yeah.
You know? Like that, but ate shit. Hit it again though. Didn't get that high.
There is something funny about like
you look
crack
back at
shit.
them. Yeah.
Like there is something about it. Like I can remember like another dumb time, just like these two random kids. Chas used to work for like this tractor trailer company, and I'd come over and just hang out with the people's kids, the boss's kids, while she worked and shit. And they had this red wagon, bro, and there was two of them, two brothers. Yeah, a straight up red wagon and like this big ass hill out front, dog. And somehow, like they were going down there and they just convinced me to get in there, like me wanting to do it, you know, and I just did it, not really thinking about it, you know. And you know, like if you're in your ladder, you can kind of control it with the front, but you really can't.
Exactly.
Bro, we just built way too much speed up, dog. We built
wheels are locked up.
Dog, we built way too much speed up.
We're literally ball bearings, bro.
We went down a hill that was like this, Steve. That was like this, you know, long as fuck. It had no end to it. Like we didn't even know where it ended. This was steep. It was the dumbest shit I ever did. And we fucking full speed, dog, hit the back of a van.
Wham!
Literally. Thank to Lord to this day, bro. I was in the middle. So it was like kind of like the best spot, basically. The guy in the front hit straight face, dog, right into the back corner of a van, bro. His entire top of his head was split open, concussed for sure. And like after that, I kind of fell into him and made that worse, you know? And then the guy behind me, he went over top of me. So it was like for me, I didn't really have to eat the van. They both ate van.
Real shit.
I was thank God when I look back on it. But bro, he hit that thing going full speed, dog.
God,
it's funny because you know they like
He's
correlate those
dead
things to like having trouble later in life, right? Like impulsive decisions and
Yeah.
shit like that.
That's one of them.
And you think like,
oh, that head
that
hit
might
when
have
he
fucked
was
him
younger.
up. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's
like they were always saying
long-term.
on the Rogan podcast, like about like Roseanne Barr that happened to, and like a couple other people apparently.
Yeah.
We actually know someone. I don't know if you remember. But
Yeah.
we know, you know what I mean? So
yeah, bro. I remember there was another time where I was it was snowed, but it was one of those snows where like slurry snowed, so like the day later, once it got to like nighttime or so, it was that real slurry, icy snow at nighttime. So you had like prime speed for like sledding. You know those concrete hills around John Rura?
yeah.
Well, Tyler had one of these like
Oh man, outside.
It was one of these slick sleds, so it was meant for like good speed.
Oh,
I remember going straight down that bitch
to a car.
Boom, nope, straight out into the street. Go across the fucking street and wham into the other fucking sidewalk.
Oh
my! Get off.
You had that much speed?
Yes, I'm talking like this isn't. I'm talking about the deep ones, bro.
By the stairs.
By the gym stairs.
That's
like
what I'm
that
talking about.
side.
Yeah.
When
that's the
icy
deepest
snow,
part, dog.
Icy snow. So
and you went deep side too.
Not even the hill. I wasn't on the grass part. I was on that concrete.
Right,
bits,
right.
You know?
But you tried to go out towards the steps the way you get the
and
longest way.
And we had gaps where it was because we had gaps where there's no cars. So there was like 2 or 3 car spaces right there, pretty open. Go across straight out into the street.
All
slide,
legs.
Hit the leg. Then I turn sideways. I start getting on my side. tailbone, boom, sidewalk, back.
Oh my
And just
God. Blew out, man. Just completely blown out.
back blown
Isn't
out.
isn't it like the funniest thing ever?
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever when you
When you look
see it
back at
happen.
it, exactly.
When you see it happen to someone too, though. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Remember Wayne Wolf?
Yeah.
You remember when he just blew out trying to hit that jump down at the
Yeah,
truck stop?
yeah.
we didn't reinforce that jump at all. He tried to hit it. He just weighed too much, bro.
No.
It slid right away, and he just blew out.
Well, he stopped on it though.
Yeah,
too.
you're right. He didn't commit to it.
Exactly.
You're absolutely
he
right.
might have been good, but he stopped on it. And
I don't think it's gonna be good either way.
You know.
Those things never work. You have to have
Well-
someone securing them.
Well, we have a better memory if he commits. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
we have a better memory if he commits.
This is very true. This is very true.
Rather than he stalled out on top of the ramp and it collapsed. That's not good ramp
That
building
was like
story.
shout out to Kurt, like that video I showed you of Kurt. It
Yeah.
was like the same thing there. Where it was like it's so funny. Like
You undercommitted.
it's like there's a multitude of things, but it's just funny how we're just like the whole time we're like we're gonna get across this river somehow. Like we don't even need to.
The best part
But-
about that video, he bobs.
Yeah, that's the best part. Where it's like, oh, that's this deep.
And he's just like, bloop, bloop.
But like it's just so funny. We're just walking this whole time. We're like, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. And then Kurt's just like, look at this jump. We're like, and then Kurt's like, I can get it. And it's like, no, you can't, dog.
Yeah,
like
you're
we're
not-
looking at like it's the gap. More importantly than anybody. Like I was questioning if I could get it. Like I didn't even because it's so much algae right there where you would land
Yeah,
at too.
exactly. Yeah,
Like it's just like
slick.
super hard. You gotta
Slick.
jump past the initial landing. You actually have to jump like extra.
You don't even have enough rock room to get speed. You know.
Yeah, very
You're
difficult.
doing a one step, a one
Very
step hop,
difficult.
you know?
And like we were just so sure. Well, it was mainly he only told me and Jeff, but like we were just so sure that he wasn't gonna make it. And he's like, I can get it, bro. I'm just like, all right, well, if you do it, we'll do it. You know? And then again, right before he's about to go, he's like, record it. Like, and then right there, I knew that he knew he could not make it. I knew Kurt.
He fucking knew me. He called it. Yeah.
And he just guy didn't commit to it, you know, and bam. But it's just funny seeing like when people believe they can do something.
Exactly.
And then they just fail hard.
It's
funny.
also funny when they undercommit. And it's like,
right.
It's like what?
But you can't not
you know?
laugh at someone falling, right? Like it's
Exactly,
just
you know?
natural.
Exactly.
And as bad as it sounds, like the bigger they are, the better. You know, it's
Yeah.
just so
You ever
funny.
see that one parkour video where the dude jumps, tries to get to the shed, but instead he kind of hits the like his like upper body that kind of like smacks the top of the shed and he falls back. So it's like boom, boom, and you
Is that
hear
2 shots.
yeah, you like so like he hit the edge, so he hit the edge of the top of the shed, top body head. So his body like he landed on the edge like this. And then fell back
now
off
one back, I
it.
got
So
you.
like the
He
top
went
of the,
harder.
it was like an aluminum. No, it was like a like a kind of like a tin roof or some shit. It's a light metal roof. So like you hear it, boom, like it literally smacked the shit out of it. Boom, smacked the shit out of it.
Those parkour guys are the craziest.
It was like a 10-foot drop too, bro. Boom.
Did you see how high they go?
Yeah,
Sitting on the side like that video of that guy dying.
handstanding and shit,
Remember the
backflipping.
video of that one? What's he, Japanese or something like that? That guy
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah,
But like
I've
that's
seen
straight
a
up.
couple where people like were hanging on the edge and just drop, they just fall.
That's pretty much what that
Yep,
was. Like he
yep.
straight up could not get a grip.
I've seen a couple of those.
You would think you would always like maybe if it's just like kind of fake, right? Like you hold the camera right there, but right over top, there's someone in case he needs to be grabbed.
Yeah,
Why would you ever leave it to where you had no backup option? That just seems like
better video.
But I'm saying is I can still make it look like
Or
that.
at
You
least-
wouldn't know.
At least chalk up. You know, get your hands.
Oh, he's
dry.
chalked up. They chalk up. They bring a whole thing of chalk.
I see some. I don't know. I see some of them that just go like no chalk. Just be like hanging.
Them high guys that are smart, I hope are chalking up. Maybe they're not even showing it. You know, maybe they chalk up. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
on camera,
probably,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like you gotta have 2 guys ready off camera
Yeah,
to save that guy. There's no reason that guy should have been panic mode and no one's there to grab him.
exactly.
And you're still recording. Like whoever's recording, like, well, I don't know. Maybe he set the camera up. And he's by himself. You're
Scary.
an insane dude, bro.
Exactly. Balls.
If you climb to the top of towers, like on the low,
Yeah.
like you go up there through the stairs or whatever, and then you want to jump around the side and like record your own angles. and
No,
shit.
thank you. I might climb up top, not buildings.
I have fun.
I'll go up.
I can have fun with
If there's
it.
a ladder leading there, I'll go up it. You know, but
When I approach the edge of something that's like 10 stories up, I'm coming at it like crouched.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not dumb.
Well,
Bro,
I think,
a gust of wind.
that's one thing. It's crazy when people climb those radio towers and shit, and you gotta climb by hand up a ladder the whole time, and you're just like,
I feel like I could eat that though. Like you could
Yeah,
do
you can
that,
eat that, but I
right?
mean, it's still tense. You're still,
Yeah, but like
you know
that
what I
one
mean?
guy, you see that one guy like on the highest tower?
Yeah,
He just has to go up once a year. He gets 50 grand.
yeah.
That'd be great. That's such a great job, bro. Once a year, 50 grand.
That's it. It's easy, bro.
That's easy
This is
money.
one job
He
for 50
changes a light
grand.
bulb. That's what he goes up there to do.
I would do 3 or 4 of those a year.
If you could, but
You know.
hey, 50 grand. I go out once a year. I'm off 364 days.
Thank you.
But yeah, I've been a climate.
Run me my
That's the only
check.
thing.
Run me my money. But I mean, it's like I would work like something like smaller throughout the year. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy. 50 grand. I'm gonna start a business or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You go work something. Whether it be like a mall kiosk,
We're gonna start a business.
some model
We're gonna
trains.
start a fucking business.
Bet, bet, bro.
You know what I think is really good? Like a good. It's funny how like there's these. How like food industry is broken down into like. It really is broken down into like pay scale. It's like you have your poor food outlets for poor people.
Yeah.
Then you have your literally middle,
Yeah.
middle class outlets, and then you have your high class, right? So I say like high class is like Fogo de Chao, your Ruth's Chris, your Kobe, shit like that.
Yeah.
I'd say your middle class is like your Chick-fil-A, like something like that. Your Outback.
5 guys.
Yeah, and then you got exactly, and then you got like your poor people, which is like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and so on.
Right.
It's funny how it's just like broken down a demographic like that, and then they go where like they
exactly.
think they can sell that shit at,
And just market it at that. I mean, at that price for a reason.
and and like it's kind of like you kind of know, but you're like, this is what I can afford, so this is what I get.
Exactly. Because like
you don't
'cause,
hunt.
like literally look at the difference between Chick-fil-A sandwich and a McChicken. Right down in there, it's like, okay, this is what we're working with. You could even go to like their main chicken sandwich and then be like, okay, this is what you got. All right, and then you go from there and then you go up to your fucking like you go to your Outbacks or whatever. You can find those fucking like big ass steaks and shit. So well, not even that. That's not where I meant to go. I meant to go to the Fogo de Chao. Yeah, that's the one. Not the Outback. What am I talking about? But Fogo de Chao, and then you get like. You got that like you said, this filet mignons where they're wrapped in bacon and shit. Like you got this nice ass sidebar. Like I mean, like come on, I could go to Fogo de Chao and just eat the sidebar the whole time.
The thing I was watching is like in those in Las Vegas, all them casinos, they have so many guests every day.
Buffets, yeah.
They have so much food, they waste over 50% of it, and they literally have nowhere to put the food. So
Yeah.
someone came up with an idea that they just bring it all to pigs. Like they drive it out to pigs and they dump it off of them and they just eat everything, bro.
Yep.
Like from everything,
Yep.
literally anything that's in there.
Pigs be what the fuck?
So then they made it illegal that they couldn't keep throwing away like good food because there was good
Right.
food. So now they're packaging it up and like charities can call them and ask them, what's available, what can we get and shit like that. I was like, that's a better idea. How many years have you been wasting food like that? Which is blows my mind. They can just think about cooking for like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane.
And you waste 500 people's worth.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. You
50%.
say you cook for 1,500 people.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Exactly.
Insane.
And like along that line, it's like it's done because like at the prices you sell it, like and how much you sell overall throughout the year, it pays for that waste. So then that waste is now paid for. Why not just give it to the charities? It's like what the fuck, So at least it's going somewhere now.
Yeah,
We
like,
figured that
I
out.
can
But
remember like a fucking Popeyes. Popeyes used to throw away all their food at the end of the day, just in the trash, straight up. Like they would save what they could,
yeah,
but like you can't save chicken wings. You can't reheat them. It's like,
Exactly.
they're not going to do that. So, like in the beginning, they would just let us take it home. Let whoever take it home that wanted it, you could grab whatever you want.
Yeah.
Shit like that. At the end of the day, I used to grab biscuits. Still had a nice little 6-pack of biscuits with some honey.
exactly.
that was
bro.
nice. Yeah, that was real
honey,
nice.
honey,
Sometimes get the fries. I like the fries and shit like that, but I never grabbed all this shit. But then they're like, I guess people were starting to take advantage of it, basically. Like
Taking
trying to like.
But really, what's taking advantage of is you're gonna throw it away.
But here's the thing, though. So here's what people start doing if you're going to get into it. Like, say it's like 9 o'clock, right? And we're going to start closing up at 9:30. They just make 4 mashed potatoes and then put it in like the heater thing.
Yes,
and they're just like, oh, we didn't sell mashed potatoes. Oh, I'm going to take all 4 of these mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
They just made 4 mashed potatoes for themselves 30 minutes early. You know? so it got to that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're like, you guys can't eat it no more, right? So
right.
straight up, I would put all this shit, bro. Put it all together, wouldn't waste $1. I didn't even use packaging or nothing. I straight would just take all the biscuits, all the wings, all the chicken, all whatever was left. Of course, I wouldn't just dump it together, but like all the shit that I could, put it inside of a trash bag, and I would sit it outside for these 2 homeless guys like that would come over there,
Right.
and I would just tie it to the trash can, and then they told me I couldn't even give it to them. So I had to like start going to a different spot. I'd take all this food, basically act like I was throwing it away, go over to like this little bank spot that's next to us and sit it there for them and tell them that that's where I'll put them at now.
Exactly, yeah.
They literally didn't even want me giving it to a homeless guy.
Right.
That's right next to the dumpster. That's asking you, can I have that food? They want me to throw it in the dumpster.
That's a good meal when you're homeless.
Crazy.
Like, a bunch of fried chicken and biscuits.
Oh, straight up. Chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken
Fucking them
wings.
up. There's
Hell yeah.
you need that shit, bro. Man. Yeah. You need that.
So I was just like, that just doesn't make sense.
You know,
to me.
it doesn't. You know, just find somebody to donate that. It's like
it was weird working in somewhere like that.
It's
you see how much food really goes through. Like there was times when
supermarkets.
Bro, there was times where we were literally putting down 12 across. 12 thighs, 12 wings, 12 drums, 12 breasts, like all the way across, 48 pieces of chicken, and 3 separate fryers. Just firing on just all day long, and you're just like, how much fucking pieces of chicken were sold today, dog? Like there used to be this time when I worked at that one, like it was like sometime in February they did some deal where it was like a 10 piece for $5 or some shit.
Stupid,
bro. I swear to God, Steve, the drive-through line was past like where fucking like where AJ Wright's is and shit like that. It's like Ollie's and shit. It was all the way around there. No, we didn't run out because we expected that. So eventually we started having other, like people weren't selling their shit. So they started dropping it off to us and we were just selling more chicken. And they'd be doing some sketchy shit, bro. We sold a lot of chicken there. We used to jam. You know what I mean? I told you fast jobs and times.
I remember.
But there was like a couple times, bro, where people just brought us nasty ass, stinky ass chicken, bro. Like that was expired.
Oh, God.
And our manager told us to cook it, bro. Literally, it comes with the tag that says the 31st and it's the 3rd, or something like that, and you could just smell, bro, and they would still cook it. That's how we tell people, like, I've seen it, I've seen it. They definitely fucking do it, bro.
Yeah, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, like fuck that. Especially in those cases, like, cause I worked in the deli at Santoni's, and like we never did no shit like that. Like we never did no dirty shit like that. We were like hella clean, always trying to wipe shit down, everything.
And then you think like, why would it be an exception for like something like that? It's like Popeyes do. It's like, I mean, I don't think they ever got caught selling shit like that, but I'm sure people got sick. Yeah.
Well, you know how it is. Like I told you, I got sick from a few places. I've never called up corporate or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I ain't gonna eat from there again.
Exactly. That's done. Talk about your money.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And even then, you might go back and get something different. You're still just a dumbass.
I'd never.
It really is all about what. Well, like with the McDonald's thing, like I told you, I got sick off their chicken tender thing.
Yeah.
But then, like, I have ate fries from there since then, so I really can't talk shit, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't eat. Like, I'll never eat that meat again, But
yeah, exactly.
The fries are bad.
So
try and carry it like that.
One of the nastiest.
You try and do better, but I mean, they just offer shit. The whole menu shit. Most places you go, like, you can't not get meat. Most places you don't even see a vegetarian or vegan
salad,
option. It's like, oh, you don't want chicken? Well, we got shrimp.
Yeah.
Or steak. That's pretty much all it is. Like,
yeah, there's never any like. One thing I always find lacking is like, there's never like any like good vegetable sides. You know what I'm saying? It's always fries or like you get like the fried rice or like whatever it might be.
You're absolutely right.
Lo mein, like a bunch of like different.
Even when you get like the steamed veggies from like Sarku or something like that, like it's just some basic ass.
There's not any salt.
It's nothing.
It's just literally steamed vegetables.
I don't get it. I'd get the noodles on the rice.
Yeah.
Every
time I get vegetable sides, like when it's like, oh, it's roasted vegetables or like grilled, it's like
I've never seen that. I would take some of that.
Yeah. So yep.
I always like I see like the pit beef stands and shit, and I'm like, I know I ain't gonna eat no pit beef, I'm done with that. But like I love seeing their sides. Always got like the potato salad, macaroni and
Yeah,
salad,
bro.
baked beans, all this corn on cob, all types of like string beans, like country shit. I love country. That's like, man, like I wish I just had like that grandma Paula Dean, dog, that just like made you like cornbread and shit, dog. I didn't want a grandma make cornbread.
Exactly, yeah. Fuck, I love some fucking cornbread,
I
bro.
love
some
cornbread, bro. Make you that
man.
banana pudding, bro.
Yeah, you
You know
get
what I
that.
mean?
Cook up the fucking
Grandma?
cook that mac and cheese.
Remember when SpongeBob's grandma used to make cookies for him? And he's just
Yeah.
like, see how happy that guy was? Like, that's how you
Exactly.
feel. You're just like,
Gotta get those
grandma's cookies?
Exactly, bro. Need that bacon
It's
grandma.
funny because I never even knew like what a fresh cookie tasted like until I like ate one like when I was like 20. I never ate a fresh cookie.
Like from scratch bake or like
exactly. I've ate like ones that like you can get some cookie dough,
Yeah.
and then you put it in there. I've ate those before a couple
Yeah.
times, but like I never ate one where like people whipped up shit and made some shit,
That's why I like when Bray gets in like her baking fits.
Yeah.
But there's times where I'm like, all right, she's gonna want like baking shit, which is expensive. But then I'm like, she's gonna bake some fucking cookies though.
Right.
Like, all right.
And you're like, oh, dude, I am gonna want a snack, right? And
Yeah.
I'll go buy a snack.
Exactly, yeah.
That's like how I am every time at a dollar store. I'm always like, I don't need a snack. I'm gonna want a snack. And here it's only $1. I always look, I'm like, you can get 8 Snickers right now for $1. You buy the Snickers later, you go pay $1.69.
What does that deal like? You get the minis? It's like,
yeah. Well, it's like little minis in there, but you're like, well, that's technically more than a
I'll tell you
Snickers bar.
One of the best undisputed candy bags that you find in most corner stores around here. You get the bag of the fruities. You know what I'm saying? The bag of you get that little plastic baggie full of all different colored and different flavored fruities.
What is a fruity? What are you talking about?
Like they have different ones. Like they have like the Tootsie Roll ones, but they're like the fruit. They're called fruities.
Yeah, like blue,
yeah,
orange.
red, exactly.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
them bitches are fire. You get like the whole bag.
Those are straight sugar.
But they have those ones, and then they have like the square ones. I forgot.
I love those.
You
ones.
know?
The same kind, but they're like suckier.
Yeah, and they're like square. They're
Yeah,
a little harder,
I love those ones. I love those, bro.
You don't find those everywhere, man. I'm not even sure what they're called.
No, but they play definitely a big part of ruining my teeth.
Exactly.
Horrible. When I think about some of the shit I'm eating, I'm just like, it wasn't even that good. You just wanted to eat some junk.
I know, they're pretty good.
Oh, they were great. But like I was thinking about like, what the one I was thinking about the other day is what the fuck are those ones called? We're just like it's straight up on it's like a stick, it's like a popsicle, but it's just straight up like hard ass like caramel taffy. What the fuck?
Oh, sugar daddies.
Sugar daddies.
That's
dog.
literally
horrible.
Sugar and butter, like literally.
Absolutely horrible for your teeth, bro. And it sticks so hard to your teeth. And I remember just eating one of them. Like you don't go brush your teeth. You're just like, oh, what are you doing, kid?
And you fall asleep with like candy in your mouth, wake up and just eat some more candy. Like
the worst.
Don't brush your teeth 2 days and just eat more candy.
Absolutely worst.
Wash down with soda.
Drink some Mountain Dew and play some COD.
Oh my god.
Where's my mom?
It's loud. It's like, man, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Sick. It seemed like shit like that shouldn't be legal.
Exactly. I'm glad I didn't do because I used to do shit like that all the time. I'm glad I didn't have no crazy effects that I know of. Has my fair share of cavities though.
But you
shouldn't be getting cavities. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be getting cavities.
You shouldn't be getting cavities like that.
Like if you didn't
I've had a couple cavities.
If you didn't eat no sugar, and we have toothbrush and toothpaste now.
Exactly.
You should get no cavities.
Exactly.
You'd have to floss too.
Yeah.
Because flossing's a big part.
But then you're growing up and you got kids who are they got silver teeth and shit. It's like you got the silver teeth and shit because they've just same shit. I mean, of course not all kids, but same things. Like, damn, man.
Yeah, for sure. And you see it time and time again. It's like all I can try and do is teach my nephews, But I mean, of course, I want to be harder on them and say, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this. But it's like all I can do is tell them, look, man. I'm like, look, I'm telling you, bro, from personal experience, dog, it's nothing but pain, bro. You never felt the pain like that.
And money.
I'm like, I told my one nephew, I'm like, listen, does it hurt you? Does it hurt you that your mom left? Does that hurt? Is he talking about that? I'm like, what's gonna hurt? Toothpaste's worse. Literally, toothpaste's worse, bro. Take care of your teeth, dog.
Bro, at least you're talking about the dark times of life.
Yeah.
Tooth pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you still got a dad. You're okay, Your teeth?
One or two.
Your teeth, you only get one chance.
Exactly.
If you fuck up, bro,
a lifetime of
they're
pain.
gone. Because you're not. You thought you could be like, oh, let me let me take care of my baby teeth, and then when one goes bad, then I'll go adult teeth. Like, no, your baby teeth basically go away right away. So you basically ate with like adult teeth.
Cleaning is good investments. Eating that shit, not brushing teeth, are bad investments. They both pile up over time.
Yeah.
So the bad ones are gonna fucking compile and put you in the red and outdo all the positive shit you do.
And even like what my mom, like, she tried to push. She wasn't the strictest. She wouldn't sit there and watch me or not like that. She tried to push teeth brushing, but she never pushed flossing. You know, like that was, she used to floss sometimes, but like she never even like tried to get me to do it.
Exactly.
You know,
so flossing was never a big thing.
As a kid, you're like, I mean, what am I gonna? You think I'm gonna go out of my way, like, and just
floss?
I'm gonna learn to floss.
I'm not even gonna brush my teeth sometimes.
The people I'm watching aren't doing it.
Like, come on now.
And then she's making tea every single day, so it's just like, oh well, that's what we drink.
Iced
we
tea,
drink sweet tea. Yeah.
See, we used to do the Lipton tea.
Oh,
which of course is nothing sugar but sugar.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, we used to do it all, but even like my aunt Bob's famous
I didn't used
tea.
to like sweet tea, like the tea baggy tasting tea. Now I love that
Bro,
shit.
My aunt used to make some
tea.
great shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much it was just because it was a lot of sugar. But it was like that perfect amount of sugar where it wasn't sweet. We got right there, you know? But it still has
Kool-Aid.
Oh, Kool-Aid. You're devouring your teeth.
And then another thing, Go-Gurts. Go-Gurts were the shit.
Yeah, but I think Go-Gurts aren't horrible, you know, as far as the things we're naming right now.
Yeah, but
they're not good, yeah.
But they're delicious.
Even like a fucking Danable.
Yeah, fucking Go-Gurt. Yeah.
They are delicious. Did you like them frozen? Did you like
those frozen? I used to do them all the time, bro. Me too.
You know, for the longest time, I didn't even know you're supposed to freeze them.
Except warm.
I just thought they were to-go yogurts.
I would put them in the fridge, you know?
Me too. And then I seen on there, you're supposed to freeze it, and that's how I figured out about like the game shit they had where like you see through it.
Oh,
and you're supposed to like push it up through there basically and like slowly find out.
Huh. I thought you just suck it dry.
That's what I used to do in the beginning. Then someone told me to freeze it. I had no idea.
Mind blown. Mind blown. But I think that's a great one, bro.
Another fire one for another Friday night.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody looking at it for us.
We'll take any viewers. We're gonna keep on talking until we make it out here. We got nothing but conversation to go. More people to come, more casts to come. Keep checking it out.
Love y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.